think it's a witch hunt, and it's not just because I like Cuban. This Mama.com, I think they were getting ready to go teats up.
Well,
Cuban yanked his stock, but then they decided to make an announcement the next day. Nobody really knows when an announcement was going to be made or if it was coming at all.
Yeah.
They could have got pissed off at Cuban. The next day, make the announcement of, what was the announcement they made?
They were going to raise money by offering more stock, and you can't just up and say do that. You got to clear it with the SEC, everything else. So
so they're going to have to prove that Cuban knew.
Well, he sold 600,000 shares the day before they made the announcement.
Possibly he was watching their stock online. I'm not going to convict somebody just based on allegations, especially when it's some squirrely Canadian company.
It's just, I think they're out to get him. I think he's pissed somebody off and they're out to get him. That's the facts. But if you knew something ahead of time and you made a stock,
why would that be a penalty? All right, so I got something. It didn't make any difference. I got the heads up ahead of time. I didn't want to lose any cash. I'm going to sell it all. I didn't tell anybody. I didn't alert any of my friends. I just said, I'm getting the F out of this.
Well, okay. When you have someone...
Yeah, keep going that way, Trey. So when Cuban skates this, you're going to have a billionaire crawl up your ass.
Facts, I think he's innocent. I love the guy.
The fact, you don't know what the facts are.
Well,
you have allegations. If you want to make those facts, then there's certainly no reason for a trial. Just have somebody make an allegation, and you could be done with it. Certainly no reason to go through the judicial system. Let's just convict somebody based on somebody else's testimony. Now crawl up your ass.
According to the SEC.
Allegations.
They allege that he sold all of his shares, 600,000 shares of that stock the day before they made the announcement. They were issuing more stock to raise money.
So what?
Well, if you're diluting a share, therefore it's going to go down in value.
Okay. Maybe he was already done with that company.
To completely divest yourself of all your holdings.
It's sell off what? What was he going to lose if he set in that company? $750?
$750,000.
Okay. I don't think Cuban's really going to set up overnight and sweat that one.
Martha Stewart did it for $60,000.
Martha Stewart's
true.
Is that your defense?
For Mark?
Yeah. Martha Stewart's
Well, I don't know if that helps Mark Cuban out.
I don't think it does.
Mark's too smart to do this. It's not ego smart. He's too smart to do this. He's had too many business dealings.
And
plus, Martha Stewart is
Can't argue with you on that one, but at a certain point, people get wrapped up that they are too smart and think they can get away with it.
So it's just like you're ready to convict Cuban just based on these allegations.
I'm just saying it's a very peculiar set of circumstances, and the SEC doesn't bring charges just randomly.
They might.
SEC, Department of Justice, when they bring charges, they've typically done a fair amount of investigation.
Okay, so no reason for a trial.
No, absolutely there's a reason for a trial.
That sounds like you're already ready to lock him up.
I just said...
you better hope he don't get weekends off.
Well, he's not going to jail. It's just a civil trial.
And maybe that's why they make it a civil trial, because the burdens of proof is a lot less. All you got to be is 51% believable. Criminal, it's got to be beyond a shadow.
Well, SEC, like Martha Stewart, it wasn't...
I believe I've already addressed the Martha Stewart scenario. She got locked up because she's...
And she lied. That's why she got criminal.
She lied about being the...
No, I think those facts are
okay,
self-evident,
right?
Yeah, that's one of those things that they didn't need a trial to come to that conclusion.
Bring your mic up in there, Dan.
Okay.
We hear it now.
How about now?
Nope, still low. Somebody come in there and jack with that over the weekend?
No, I don't think so. Part of it could just be my throat.
Still sick?
Coming out of it, but just the throat's a little rough.
Feel okay?
Yeah, I'm good.
All right, that's all I care about. Go ahead, Trey, with your Cuban bashing. And this also answers a question, because I asked JD when I walked in before I knew all of this. So was there any reason why Mark Cuban would ask me to hold $500 billion for a couple of weeks? $1 million.
You can't imagine why. No. Hey, Russell, buddy. Well, my buddy holds some money for me, buddy.
Buddy, just put this someplace just for a few weeks.
Like a closet. Nowhere official. We don't need paperwork.
And anybody else would probably think it was a scam. This is one of the few times you could have somebody offer you $500 million, and it's okay to ask at the bottom, do you, Yahoo?
Exactly.
So go ahead with your prosecution.
Oh, it's not prosecution. It's just very peculiar. 'Cause especially when you're a company, obviously, if you have Mark Cuban believing in your company, you're feeling good and you're talking to him, and the SEC alleges that someone higher up in that company, Mama.com.
I never heard Mama.com.
I hadn't either.
All right, so go ahead.
And
somebody up in Mama.com
told Cuban what is considered non-public information.
Did he ask for it?
It doesn't matter. They're saying he told...
Well, if you tell me something I didn't ask for it and I was getting ready to dump my stocks, that's too bad for you, Dad. Go ahead.
And maybe. It's just, I'm sure they're looking at it and going, all right, the day before the stock was going to go down, he unloaded all of his stock.
Okay. Doesn't mean anything. Sometimes people are always ahead of the curve. That's the way you get to be a billionaire.
But knowing that the next day the stock was going to go down...
How would he know that?
If they gave him the heads up that you're going to issue more shares.
You're going to prove that how?
Well, they're saying evidently they have someone who's claiming they gave Cuban the info.
Okay. Cuban can claim he didn't get it.
He can.
It'd be interesting to see how it shakes out. His people are saying right now, this is ridiculous, completely foundless.
How well educated are you in the stock market, Mr. Cuban? I know everything that's going on. Did you know about this? No. So you know about everything? Yeah. And Mama.com? I was tired of it. Somebody said duck her out.
So I did.
They're relevant. I'm looking at the actual SEC complaint that was filed. Mama.com, Inc. was a foreign private issuer headquartered in Montreal. Is it Quebec?
Quebec.
Thought they pronounced it Quebec. Mm-mm. What, Dan?
It's Quebec if you're doing it with the French twist on it.
I prefer not to. Quebec. On June 8, 2007, Mama.com. Shareholders voted to change the company's name from Mama.com, Inc. to Copernic, Inc. They changed their NASDAQ ticker symbol from Mama to CNIC.
Okay.
What's that mean?
Just a ticker identification, no big deal. It's changed.
Mama.com changed their ticker to CNIC?
Yes.
Huh?
They did.
Okay, statement of facts. Well, here's an issue. They can't really write down statement of facts if it's still all allegations. Unless this is just all paperwork that's backup that was already, like, contracts, whatever. March 04, Cuban acquired 600,000 shares of Mama.com. 6.3 stake in the company. After his acquisition, the company's chief executive officer and president was Cuban's primary point of contact at Mama.com. And during spring 04, Miriam Kirban Ford and Company, an investment bank, suggested that Mama.com should consider raising capital through a private placement known as PIPE. Private Investment in Public Equity. Know what that stands for? Okay. After consideration, the company decided to proceed with the PIPE and engage Merriman to serve the placement agent. At the end of it goes on. June 28th. Do you want to hear this?
Yeah.
June 28th of 04. The CEO sent an email message to Cuban titled, "Call me, please," in which he asked Cuban to call him ASAP and provided both his cellular and office telephone. Cuban called 4 minutes later from the American Airlines Center in Dallas and with the NBA Dallas Mavericks and spoke to CEO for 8 minutes and 35 seconds.
All right. So that's when the information apparently transpired.
I suppose. The CEO prefaced the call by informing Cuban that he had confidential information to convey to him. Cuban agreed that he would keep whatever the information the CEO intended to share confidential.
So much for that.
Well, what?
Well, it's not confidential anymore. We're reading about it.
Well, that was up until that point.
Okay.
This is 4 years ago.
All right.
Plus, Cuban's not the one that told anybody. He just dumped out of that dog turd company and went on his way. Then they got pissed off and they decided, well, we told him.
Well, if somebody did tell him,
you better have tapes.
Well, they obviously have something because they got down to the second how long they talked. And
we don't know that. These are allegations. And again, I'm not defending Cuban just because I like him. I think he's too smart.
I do too.
And a lot of times people get squirrely.
Well, I totally agree. You're right. And if somebody has a hard on for him somewhere, they could pursue him.
The CEO, in reliance on Cuban's agreement to keep the information confidential, proceeded to tell Cuban about the pipe offering that was raising more funds.
Okay.
Cuban became very upset and angry during the conversation and said, among other things, he did not like pipes because they dilute the existing shareholders.
Makes sense.
At the end of the call, Cuban told the CEO, well, now I'm screwed. I can't sell. Again, all allegations.
Sure. They'll have something. They must have something or they wouldn't have filed it. They got to have some kind of documentation somewhere.
Not always.
Well, yeah.
No, not always.
Well, they wouldn't have gone to the trouble of filing it.
A lot of times you can file things and make it look damning, and then now it's just a PR nightmare.
Yeah, it is that for him. He's got to go back and spin it.
And Cuban's not going to be able to address this because his attorneys are going to tell him, just keep your yap shut until this is deposed. Attorneys don't like anybody to talk about anything, no matter how much they have to say.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
I didn't know that.
Then it just goes on. It says the day before Cuban dumps all his shares. During after-hours trading, June 28th, 04, Cuban sold 10,000 of his 600,000 Mama.com shares at an average cost per share of $13. That can't be right.
What?
They got a comma in the wrong spot. And I guess this is 13. I can't tell. It ain't got enough digits and the comma's in the wrong place.
Okay. Doesn't matter. We know it cost him. He saved $750,000.
Yeah. Following morning, June 29th, 04, Mama.com's executive chairman sent another email to the board. Excuse me. We did speak to Mark Cuban and subsequently our investment banker to find out if he had any interest in participating in the extent of maintaining his interest. His answers were, he would not invest, does not want the company to make acquisitions. He will sell his shares, which he cannot do until after we announce. On June 29th, 04, Cuban sold his remaining 590,000 Mama.com shares during regular trading at an average of, they do it again. It's got to be $13.2937. Will they do it like that?
Yeah.
It's the only way I can read it.
Okay. $13 a share.
On June 29th, 2004 at 6 p.m. after the markets had closed, Mama.com publicly announced the pipe offering. So the rest just continues with the allegations, which obviously Trey's ready to just go ahead and lock his ass up.
He's just stating the fact that the SEC
has made allegations.
Allegations, absolutely. That's as far as we know, and Cuban's people have come out already and said, this is ridiculous, completely foundless. Not like they've, hushed up and gone, well, we'll talk about it later, or we can't talk about it. They come out and said, no, this is ridiculous.
Well, they're also going to have to say, whether he did or not, these are unfounded, and he'll be exonerated.
Yes.
Because you really don't want to pay some attorney to go on national television and go, I told him not to.
He did what?
The day I found out, I set my office, my legal firm, set my office, and you went, oh, God damn. It was just too obvious. I watched the time and went, oh, God damn.
He did not. It was that and that damn haircut I told him not to do. That bowl cut. He never listens to me.
People are always convicted on the bowl cut. Pete Rose.
Yes.
Mo Howard. And now you. You got a trifecta. I can't help you. Told you to comb that thing back. Yeah. Don't sell off your mama. I just feel bad if he didn't do it. He's got to deal with all the grief that comes along with this. Obviously, there's really not going to be any stigma that's attached to it if they found out he did something. Look, Martha Stewart As soon as they let her dog ass go, she was back on television cooking things.
And her stock went way back up, too. I bought it when it was a penny stock. Made a lot of money on her last year.
And I don't think they even convicted her on insider trading. It was she lied about something else, right?
No, she had lied, about getting information and then acting on it. I
think the whole disposition was kind of squirrely. They didn't really nail her on insider trading. It was lying about having inside information.
Civilly, I think they did get her on the insider, but criminally is what she really, that's why she went to prison.
Which was lying.
Yes.
Okay.
Perjured herself to the FBI. It's a bad thing to do.
You're good.
Yeah.
He was good.
So, since you've already come to a conclusion on this, Trey, yes. What day do you actually think Mark will go away?
He's not going away.
Well, he might lie to somebody.
The fact of the matter is, Cuban's probably going to spend more on attorneys than what it will cost him just to write him a check and settle it.
Well, I think the penalty that the SEC wants is like $2.2 million.
I read it was 1.5, but
not really of any consequence.
No, but
especially to Mark.
Yeah,
it's just the media frenzy, and especially if it's a slow news day, they'll live on this until something else comes along.
Very true.
That's all they've done today is they've run that, and they've run the damn Pastor Ed Young and the sex in the church. Find something else to report.
I don't get why. What's the name of the church?
It's Fellowship.
The Fellowship Church. Why the media attention has just gone to them when you had some church do this not a couple of months ago, and they said have sex with your wife for 30 days.
It's just because
that's wrong.
It's not wrong. It's not wrong. It's a wonderful promotion. It just caught on. It's like anything else. It's a slow news weekend. They had nothing else. They had pictures saying go home and have sex. They had news crews out in front of the church. They had satellite trucks. Like, come on.
Well, what is it they think? Is there supposed to be some revelation? Are they talking to families that have gone home and tried this since, I guess, yesterday was the first day of the big screw off?
Yes. Yes. They were just interviewing people as they came out. What do you think about this? And everybody's going, it's great. We're going home right now to try it. See ya. That was
you using your TV truck?
That's a nice truck, feller. That's
you
it.
tape some of it. You won't. What do they call that? B-roll?
No. B-roll in the truck. But they were all set up outside interviewing people. It was like, what a zoo. But it's just something that just caught on.
But I don't get why Ed Young's church is the one that's getting all the attention when whoever did it a couple of months ago, I can't even think of who it was, they said go at it for 30 days.
I think because the Fellowship Church is kind of a mega church, and it's really linked into the media, and they know how to roll out electronic media packages and everything else. And you feed the news something on a slow weekend, and they'll grab it.
They've been covering this since last week when Ed decided he was going to approach it.
Mm-hmm. Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, now Monday.
So what happens if you just don't have time in your schedule and you miss a day? What does that say? Eternal damnation?
No, of course not. It's just an idea. It's just floating it out there to create an intimacy and to recheck in, because people don't. You get busy. You get soccer.
Well, people have schedules, and you have kids, and you have certain things you can't just set aside. That doesn't mean I can just negate everything and go home and give it to her really quick. And if I'm putting other projects on the side, I'm not going to have the time to institute communication and what's the other word?
Intimacy.
Okay. Not going to have time for that. All I know is I got to go. Reverend Young said go in there and plow that. And do it every day.
Yes, I think he did. He said go in and plow that. I think that's actually the name of the series.
But what I find, they want foreplay.
Yeah.
Well, again, real life has to come into play. Most people have things they have to do, and obviously, if the family has lasted, let's say it's a family that's been married 7-8 years, obviously they got something down, because most of them don't last that long.
They are, but he's just saying take 1 week, just 1 week, and focus on this. Take an hour, put off soccer practice, put off the whatever else club meetings you got, an hour.
Did he say an hour, or are you just guessing?
I'm guessing. I'm just saying that's about the length of time you would probably put everything on hold by the time you stop talking to people, turn off the phone, turn off the TV, go in the bedroom, do a little foreplay, and do the business, and cuddle afterwards. It's about an hour. Give yourself an hour once a day for a week.
That sounds...
Cuddle.
You have to cuddle?
Yeah. Afterwards.
Throw all of it. I got to cuddle afterwards?
Yeah. You don't just jump up and go, hey, Gotcha. Oh, you can. I mean, it's all up to you guys if that's what she likes. But normally, it's not just about the sex.
Why is it? This doesn't sound like a bonding type adventure. It sounds like for both sides an absolute pain.
It's not a pain.
If you got to force your congregation to do it, they're not into it, and they're going to perceive it as some type of penalty because that's the way I take it. Especially if I got to go in there and I've got to do foreplay because that's eating up on my schedule.
God, just make it.
You little dry.
Oh, God.
Come on, let's go. I almost. Can't get in.
It forces people.
What, you're not into me?
It forces people to talk about sex, and if that's been lacking.
Okay, well, then there's a conversation we're having. Here we go.
They don't like spitting.
Not a chance.
They don't like spitting, by the way.
What the hell you got in there? A kayak and golf clubs?
No, just had some time. Just take some time.
What's in there? Is it the kayak and the golf clubs?
It's not.
Or is it the car?
There's nothing in there, including you.
I can't get in because somebody ain't ready to just receive me. Freaking heathen.
Foreplay. Kiss, hug, caress, lick,
lube.
From what? From across the room with a super soaker?
All I know is I'm just pulling audio from JD and Trey on that one.
I've given up on your sound bites.
Just a little happy music. There's your moment.
Thank you.
Don't want to take any of those on hold, Dan?
Let's start with line 2.
What's it about?
She thinks that Ed Young is promoting sex before marriage, and she takes issue with the...
Okay, so we're back to we're still on the sex thing.
Yeah, and she also takes issue with his black fingernails.
Why is that they're painted black?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
I didn't know that.
Yes, Michelle.
Yes. Hi, Russ. You're killing me here. I'm listening to your sounds, and I'm dying. I noticed, first of all, I believe he was promoting sex before marriage.
That's what I was hoping for.
No, he's not. He specifically said between a man and a woman married.
Oh, he did? Okay,
yes.
I misunderstood that.
No, he did.
But I did notice that he has black painted fingernails. And that's generally associated with devil worship, or maybe it's a fashion statement. Maybe there's nothing wrong with it. And I don't think that there's anything wrong with anyone suggesting that people go and take time to have sex and keep their passion.
All right, thank you.
Yeah, the passion.
Have you ever noticed this?
I've never seen that, and I've seen him personally. That must be new.
Yeah, I saw him on a clip today. I noticed that because it struck out. Ugh.
Maybe he's doing 5 in the stink.
No,
none in the pink.
Oh, God.
Praise the Lord.
Minister, stop.
Why else is he going to have black fingernails?
I've never seen that. And
none in the pink, 5 in the stink.
I've met him personally, and I never saw that before. This must be something new.
I think he's trying to look hip.
That sounds more goth.
Well, I'm trying to relate. I mean, part of his deal is relating to, kids and younger people, and maybe because he knows he's going to have a lot of national exposure. Maybe
none in the clam, 5 in the ham.
No, not at all. That's a very good question. I don't know why he would do that. That does look very strange, as you said, goth-ish. And
painted fingernails, and I doubt he has earrings. But anytime now, because we've gotten past it in the 90s, where guys could get away with earrings, the fingernails and any other accessory that might look female is a little squirrely.
I'm with you on that one. I'm totally with you. I mean, the time that Joy's son saw Chloe in the elevator, he has his painted toenails, and he had on the flip-flops. Chloe leaves, he gets out of the elevator. John looks at me and goes, "Is he sick?" Why? His toenails were black. So, no idea why.
Are you still painting your toenails?
Every once in a while. It depends on what if it's like a holiday, July 4th, it's red, white, and blue, and...
What are they right now?
Right now they're blue.
For?
Bud Light blue.
Okay.
We're doing a party cruise.
All right. I could selling yourself off. That's okay. But you've been painting them before you got sponsors.
True that.
Sponsored toes.
It's turn his feet into NASCAR.
It's a perfect place to go. It's a perfect thing to do. I'm sorry, to go get a pedicure like with a chick. It's like a different kind of.
You can get a pedicure, but I don't know about getting your nails painted.
Oh, well, just kind of fun and cool. And actually, it's a conversation piece. And when we actually started doing it, when we worked at the Eagle over a bet, got in the elevator.
It was a we.
I'm sorry, me.
All right.
Or in an elevator, just in general, what's the first thing you do? Look straight down. I got 2 or 3 dates out of it, just because it was a nice little conversation piece.
Pick up thing. Go ahead. Paint your whole leg.
He's sick.
Clothes always on the vanguard of just different fashion trends. He's started a few.
What was the other
wearing
one?
A pant leg on his head.
Yeah, that one didn't catch on, did it, Club?
Not so much. You got to take chances sometimes.
He had just cut off the legs off of pants to make shorts. Didn't want to throw the pant legs away, so I decided he was going to wear it on his head, looking like a chef at Cracker Barrel. How long before we need a break?
No.
Be back.
We'll be back to the Russ Martin Show. We're back to the Russ Martin Show.
Is that you on the hotline? Okay. All right, you know.
Yes, dokie. Right now, traffic is brought to us by Miller Brewing and also by Chicken Express. In Dallas, right now you have 35 southbound at Industrial Boulevard. You have a vehicle on fire, and that's not good. And right now that is everyone stacked up to Whitecliff, and that is actually blocking the 2 right lanes. So get all the way over to the left and watch it. Enjoy the flames. In Richardson, 75 southbound after the Bush Parkway, you have road construction taking up the HOV lane. In Irving, 114 westbound at Freeport Parkway, you have an accident blocking the left lane. Well, you might as well. If it's going to slow you down, at least you get a good show. And in White Settlement, oh, dear. And if they're on fire, that's a bonus. In White Settlement, I-30 westbound at Las Vegas Trail, you have an accident reported there. There's your first check of traffic. I'm Dan O'Malley on the Russ Martin Show.
Thank you, Dan. Okay, 43 for the low tonight. Into the mid-60s tomorrow, then back up into the 70s by Wednesday. We have 76 now at Live 105.3.
Yeah, I always enjoy doing 2 or 3 minutes of the show off the air.
Yeah, we enjoy it.
Just for one person doing traffic. What is line 7?
He, along with a number of other people, were calling in with an explanation about Ed Young's quote-unquote painted fingernails.
Oh, well, just tell me.
Apparently they're not painted. Apparently his thumb got smashed in the refrigerator. And apparently on Sunday he explained that.
So how'd the rest of his hand turn black?
Everyone that was calling in saying it was just his thumb. So maybe the lady saw the thumb looking black and assumed, oh my God, he worships the devil.
Oh.
It does look like it's painted. I mean, it is just...
Well, if you slam it pretty good, yeah, you're going to get the full monochromatic effect. But I didn't see it, so I don't know. I'm not going to be quick to judge.
You weren't at my church. No. You're not welcome at my church anymore.
That's rude.
He went with me once before and did nothing but fart the whole time. Farted. On purpose. Loud. Continuously. Odorously.
I had to.
You didn't have to.
I don't think God wants me to keep my farts internally and get some kind of embolism.
You were getting some kind of a thrill out of that. I'll bet you even back-timed your broccoli or whatever the heck you ate, so you'd be very odoriferous when you were in church with me.
You were giggling just as loud as I was.
I was punching you, and every time I punch you, you'd do it again.
And I warned you. I said, every time you jab me, another one's going to come out. One comes out, he jabs me, and then there comes one behind it. I went, dude, I'm telling you, this is like a Pez dispenser. Don't keep poking that duck head unless you expect something to come behind it.
Expecting a different result. Okay.
So I can't go back to the fellowship church?
You'd be welcome to. Actually, we have stadium seating now, so we don't have the benches. I
like the benches.
Yeah, he liked the benches.
I like two things. I like benches, like head.
Love you to go to church with me anytime.
What was the last time you've been?
I went 2 weeks ago.
What was the sermon?
He was starting this series on intimacy. He didn't do the sex thing until this week.
So you're actually not going to be allowed to participate.
Yeah, I am.
You're not married.
Well, that's true. No, I'm not officially.
You're not allowed to participate.
Well, I can still have sex. I've been doing it.
So we pick and choose which part of the religion that we want to adhere to.
I'm afraid, in this case, yes, I do. There's nothing I can. There's no.
There are plenty of things that you can do.
What?
You can get married. And that way you're not having the sex outside of marriage.
Okay, we'll get married.
Which day would you like to do that?
I don't know. Let's do it around Christmas.
Of?
This year.
Don't get pissy.
Not.
You want to do
Maybe
it?
in the spring. Maybe the spring's better. Spring's better. Because I'm going to be out of town for Christmas, so.
Okay. Spring now.
Spring.
So you don't want to wait till after the pre-emergence laid down. Go to the fall.
Summer is nice. Summer. You know what? Summer's a better time. Well, I know, but you get away. That way you have a honeymoon and you get away. So. But the fall weddings.
So you enjoy religion and you appreciate the teachings.
Yes.
You just don't pay attention.
I do pay attention. There's just certain things. You're right. I'm a sinner. Okay. I'm like every other person in that church. I'm a sinner.
Do you plan on? You don't know what Ed's done.
I'm sure he's sinned at some point in his life. We all do.
What do you think he's doing?
I have no clue. No idea. But I'm just saying everybody sins in some form or fashion.
You don't know that.
Yeah, pretty sure.
You're playing the odds, but you don't know that.
I have no proof. You're right. But I'm assuming pretty much for the most part everybody has done some kind of a sin.
All right.
Maybe not the top 10 sins, but
But you've got the chance to correct some of your sins, and you've just taken a blind eye.
I'm not taking a blind eye.
Are you married?
No.
Are you having sex outside of marriage?
Maybe.
Okay.
I'm saying.
All I know is, according to the Bible, that's wrong. That's just me talking. Do what you want.
You're right. You do it too. I'm a sinner. Straight up.
But I don't go waving my flag around church every time I go. Look where I am. And then I go home, and in essence, I spit in God's eye by screwing outside of marriage.
I'm spitting in God's eye. Not spitting in God's eye at all. And I don't wave a flag. I never even talk about my church here. The reason I don't talk about my church except when it comes
down
on TV. I shan't. It comes up on TV. That's the reason we're talking about it now.
You've done nothing but push Big Ed and his teachings. You tried to play clips at my house one day during that.
I just wanted you
to failed alcoholic intervention you tried to set up.
That was a day of doom and destiny.
You chose unwisely.
I certainly did.
We tried again.
Why?
Because I wasn't there that time.
No,
and I think with me there, we can probably get you back drinking.
Yeah, no doubt. If you guys surround me.
Shady finally left because we got toasted and we wouldn't talk to him anymore.
This is the only group of people in the world that have a reverse intervention.
If you're going to have an intervention, come with some type of backup. Don't just do it on the fly with the people that happen to be at the show meeting, because you're not really going to be in the majority.
It was just on the fly. I wanted to show you what the church looked like in the presentation, the video presentation, and they're all online.
And why is it they wouldn't let you work the cameras anymore there at Fellowship Church?
They would let me if I chose to. They just haven't called me in several years.
And why do you think that they let you go of that duty? You were focusing in on cracks.
I was not. I was focused. I was working on the camera and trying to get focus down. So come showtime.
So you figured, really, the only thing I can focus on, you have to zoom all the way in, you focus, and then when you zoom out, the camera's set.
Correct.
Just for the wide range.
Right.
So what were some of the things you'd zoom in on?
Probably the...
boobs, cans, cracks, asses, breasts, clams.
There were no clams. All the other stuff, yeah. And you forget the guys up in the booth can see what you're doing.
Well, you know the camera's being fed someplace, and the director's always sitting up there.
But really, this was probably 30 minutes before service. I really didn't know anybody was upstairs, but they were. They never said anything directly to me. They just couldn't.
What difference does it make? It was a half hour before service or a couple of days. You were still zooming in on female body parts.
I was checking the focus of the camera. I was doing my job.
Then why didn't you pick some, like, stationary?
Because I just happened to be somebody walking by and happened to be a girl and she had a big boob.
Okay. I don't get the two-facedness of it. You go to church.
Yes.
You want to learn God's word, but you don't really want to adhere to it.
I do want to adhere to it.
No, you don't.
I fail. I'm weak.
You don't fail because you've been tempted. You've chosen to fail by not being married, having many opportunities.
Well, we can certainly get married. That's not going to make
You're not going to. It's the pick and choose. At least I don't go to church and then come back and decide which things I'm going to do. I just try and do the right things for the right reasons, not because I'm being threatened with eternal damnation and fire, because that's a screw job.
Nor am I. I don't go to church for anybody but myself. I don't go to church for God. I don't go to church for Ed. I don't go to church for anybody but myself.
I think God would like to think you're going because of him.
Well, I can pray to God at home. I can pray to him at the Dairy Queen. I can pray to God anywhere. I just happen to like the setting of the church, Fellowship Church.
So you just don't like the rules?
I like the rules. I don't follow all of them. I don't think anybody does.
So what's the purpose of having them?
Something to attain, something to a goal.
But you're not even trying.
I am trying.
You're not.
I am.
You're not getting married. You have no intentions. And I'll bet someplace in the Bible, role-playing, especially some of the games you've tried.
Oh, there's nothing wrong with that. That's just a matter of keeping interest.
What about Sodom and Gomorrah?
What about them?
Do you do that?
No. I did go home Friday night, though, and Joy had on the nurse outfit, nurse good body, met me at the door. Had a hot bubble bath going, had the massage table out, and the candles all laid out, balloons. It was really nice.
So she had Terry come over?
No, it was her. She gave me the massage.
Why?
I thought, would you want an erection?
No. Yeah, her.
Terry, your massage therapist is the one that gives you the erection.
No, he doesn't. No, Joy does. And so she had the massage table out. It was all nice for bubble bath.
Who gives you an erection quicker, Joy or Terry?
Joy, certainly Joy. Always, every time.
Are you not going to go back to Terry because of that?
Terry is about aligning your skeletal system, and he's a healer.
Yeah,
he's a healer.
He aligned it straight up.
No, that's one time. Why did I even tell you people anything?
You didn't tell us.
Talk to you.
You told Gavin.
Oh, that's right, Gavin, the weasel.
Gavin's not here. Where is he today? Is he off or something?
Nope.
Did the Stars? When was the last time they played? Was it last week?
I have no clue when they were in town last. I know they were in town last week late, but
I don't know if they lost and possibly he's in mourning.
No, I had a meeting with him this morning over at Fitzhugh.
Maybe he's still over there. Yes, Will.
Hey, Russ, I'm going to basic training tomorrow, and I'm wondering if you can rape Gavin before I go.
What time do you leave today?
I'm not leaving today.
How long are you going to be around the radio? Because I don't want to rape him and you miss it.
Oh, whenever you're ready.
Okay. Which branch are you going into?
Army.
Any reason?
Yeah, because there's more gay people in the Army.
Are there really?
Yeah.
When did the Navy lose that franchise?
Don't ask me.
No.
I guess I need more jobs.
Okay.
Where did that come from?
I don't know. I'm not gay and I'm not in the Army.
Well, you're not in the Navy either. What do you think? Why do you think Navy guys are gay? What? Just because of the song?
What do they call them? Swabbies?
No, they call them seamen.
Is that Navy? Yeah, seamen's better.
Well, that's what they call them. Seamen.
Yeah.
SEA men.
Poop deck.
No. How dare you insult a branch of our military?
You asked me where it came from. I'm just trying to give you examples.
They're not gay. Some of the hardest working, some of the best pilots in the world are Navy.
All right.
In fact, most of the best pilots.
I don't believe we're talking about the pilots. I think he's talking about the guys on the boats.
Gay? My God.
It's a stereotype. That doesn't mean it's true.
It certainly is not true. It's not true at all.
All right.
Okay.
Village people were wrong.
That's a song. Yes, they were wrong.
Yeah, because how could they possibly know?
Mark that one down as a promo.
You ready to go, Newsdan?
Yeah, but if you want line 2 has Stars info. He's saying Gavin should be really happy today.
All right. Yes, Justin.
Gavin should be bouncing off the walls happy. Their last game was Saturday night, and they won that one. And today they traded Daryl Sador for Philip Boucher, so they got Daryl Sador back.
Who was Boucher?
Not a whole lot. He wasn't doing too well. Too many surgeries, too many injuries. So
Who'd they give?
A good thing.
Who'd they give him to?
The God, who did Sador? The Penguins.
How is it we lost the door to the Penguins to begin with?
Beats me.
All right. Are you jacking with me?
No, sir.
Well, you said we gave a bourgeois back to the Penguins.
No, we took Sador from the Penguins in exchange for Boucher.
No.
Why do you care? You follow hockey.
I think at a certain point, I was getting dicked around. Is there a Boucher?
Yes.
Is there a Penguins?
Yeah, Pittsburgh.
Okay. Well, I don't care where they live. Why is it we lost the door originally to the Penguins?
I believe free agency.
All right. How did we end up with the Boucher?
I guess we just picked him up.
But then the Penguins decided they wanted a Boucher home.
Yeah. I'm sure we had to give him a pick or something to get Sador back for Boucher, but maybe I'm wrong.
All right.
You're looking like you're suspicious of something.
I'm waiting for some of this to rhyme. You ready, Dan? Okay. I got another question. I'll make this quick. I watched the end of the Cowboys game last night.
Yeah.
Did I miss a couple of months? Did they win the Super Bowl? Because the excitement and the celebration afterwards really was about the same.
You would think so, but I've heard...
They won by 4 points.
They won by 4 points, but it was a very convincing fourth quarter. I mean, they dominated the Redskins. But it was one of those things that they've dealt with so much in the first half of this season.
Wasn't the Redskins also missing one of their running backs?
No, he ended up playing.
He showed up. But he was still partially injured. Obviously, they were worried about him, or they wouldn't have been on the outs earlier in the week.
I think they were doing that more of a smokescreen because he certainly didn't play like he was injured.
Okay.
So anyway, everything they've gone through the first half of the season, they really
turn your mic up in there again.
They really needed the win, and they got it, and it keeps their hopes for playoffs alive. And it's actually, I think, the first time all year it was the most convincing team win that they've had.
Yeah, it was the second half. I mean, first half, Romo was iffy, but they came back second half, and Dan's right in the fourth quarter.
It just seemed a little overboard.
It was
if you've lost that many games and you only win by 4 points.
But it was the way they did it.
I saw enough of it to understand the concept. They made a comeback in the second half, but you still only won by 4 points.
But you were able to grind.
What did I just say?
Sorry.
What is it you're not understanding? Hello?
No, what do you want me to say?
I'm done with it. That's why I said shut up.
Sorry.
What would you like to talk about, John?
I love to talk about the Cowboys.
All right.
It was an incredible game. I watched most of it.
So you don't think they had it, the celebration was
No, I don't believe it was over the top at all.
Oh, Jesus. Kidding me?
Hey, they were excited. They came from, they won. And I won. Remember, I put the money down.
How much did you put down?
$1,200.
All right, you can talk again, Trey. He put down $1,200?
Yep.
What was the spread?
Cowboys -2.
And so what did he win?
Net, he's now up 325.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Who are we playing next week? Hold on, let me get scheduled out.
San Francisco.
Where?
Now's the time to back your ass out of this.
No, hold on a minute. No, now's the time to not back out. Okay.
You were in
okay, we're at home.
Almost a $2,500 hole ultimately, wasn't he?
Yes.
Okay.
And then finally, you're back out of this, and you're 3 1/4 ahead.
What's my spread?
10.
4.
Cowboys.
Okay. I'll have to watch that. Probably put another $1,200 down.
You're going to bet again on a game where the Cowboys got to win by 11.
Yeah, they're at home in San Francisco. This is going to be a lock. This will be good.
Who's at home in San Francisco?
We're at home with San Francisco. They're here.
Are they playing here?
Yes.
Okay. That's not what you said, but that's okay.
Yeah. Can't wait. This is exciting. It really makes it fun. I mean, you watch the game. Yes, nice they won, but that I won, and then I'm back up.
Dude, you got to shake this wager monkey off your back.
It's not a monkey. I'm just having fun, and
if you were having fun, you would get the same thrill out of $25, $50. You got in the hole up to almost $25. You're back out. Now you got $300 or $400. Now's the time to swat that monkey.
No. See, no, I'll win, and this will be money for Christmas, like Christmas vacation.
And what if how much you gonna throw down? Now, if you only did 3 1/4, I'd probably be with you because that's what you're up. If you lose it, you're even.
I was going to do about 1,200. I want to get way up.
Most gamblers really want to be in that situation. Well, they want to be way up.
But that's what I've done. I'm ahead. Obviously, what I'm doing is right because I'm ahead.
Trey, do you want to explain any of this to him before I explode?
I know what gambling is.
Let him lose his money.
I'm not losing my money. Who's up?
Yeah, but you're lucky. Anyone else, you would have had to cough up the cash.
Yeah, so far, because Trey's bookie has floated your note, you haven't really had to cough anything up.
No, I'm not getting my cash, by the way.
Oh, you wait for a while on this.
I'm not waiting for a while.
You never gave I don't think you ever gave Trey anything for the bookie. Did he?
No. I don't have to now because I'm up.
But all of a sudden now you want your cash.
They pay off on
I think the bookie wanted his cash long ago when you were losing.
But the bookie, he can float people. He
doesn't have to float people. That's not his job.
Tuesday, they pay on Tuesdays?
Normally, yeah.
Okay. What do you mean normally? Why wouldn't I get paid?
I'm not going to collect, especially if you're going to lay down another $1,200. We'll let that float for a while.
All right. You know what?
Let him lay it down.
I'll put the I'm going to. I'll just back the $3, whatever I have, out of the $1,200 bet.
So you're going to bet now, or you're going to wait till later in the week and see if the line changes?
I think I'll wait till Thursday. Smart. That's when.
So if it still stays double digits, you're going to throw money down on this.
Yeah, I'm going to go.
Because that's the one that got you in the hole to begin with. Yeah. I think there was a 13 or 14 point.
17.
What? So the Cowboys had to win by 8.
Yes.
And you bet on that.
Yeah. I really thought they were strong that week. I just thought, this is going to be the week they're going to come in. And I could get it way ahead, but now I am ahead.
But you're not going to stay there. And you know why?
I know this.
Because you have an addiction.
I don't have an addiction. Oh, please. I have an addictive personality.
You got to wager, monkey.
This is not an addiction. I go to WinStar casinos. When I'm up, I walk away.
Okay, well, obviously something's changed because now every week you said the only way you can watch a football game is to have something invested in it.
It just makes it more exciting. It's fun.
Trey knows $25, $50. Trey bets in smaller increments. And he also takes a look at the line, takes a look at the history, plays some type of expertise in there. You're just looking at something going, look at the colors.
Not either. I'm looking at the game. I'm looking at the team. I'm looking at new Romo.
Look at all the pretty colors.
Romo was back. He was strong. And they were motivated to win. They had their back against the wall, and they won for me.
Okay, so you're looking at the game?
Mm-hmm.
All right. What is San Francisco's record?
They are...
where are they ranked in as far as offense in the league?
He doesn't know. Don't waste any time on the bet.
5-4.
Just trying to help him.
Actually, I think they're 6-4, aren't they? What is it? Do you know?
I don't either.
No. So you're going to throw down?
Yeah. I'll just back the 300, whatever it is, out of the 1,200. Make the 1,200 bet. But I'm not going to do it until Thursday. I'll watch the line.
So you're going to bet 900?
Yes.
All right. Want to take any of these before we do this?
Or Robert's on line 3 if you want to.
All right. Yes, Robert.
Correct me if I'm wrong. He used to have an excessive drinking problem, and then he was on every prescription pain medication known to mankind.
Right.
And now he is betting exorbitant amounts of money on football. Is anybody else seeing a pattern here besides me?
We don't care. Yeah, we see it.
Okay.
They're going to do it. It's just like with somebody with any type of addiction, you can try and use common sense. It's not going to work out. It's not going to be any type of motivating factor. That's why they call it an addiction.
Addiction, exactly.
Because logic doesn't come into play.
Exactly.
So we're going to let him lose everything that he owns.
Thanks.
True friends.
Yeah, exactly. True buddies.
Exactly.
We've already. Thanks, Robert. And maybe you could believe in me, and maybe I'm up.
Believing in you would be an enabler, and that would allow you to continue with your betting process.
Well,
if you really want us to intercede, we'll tie you to something for a couple of weeks until you shake it.
I'm not going to shake it. I'm winning.
You've won once.
I've won twice. I won before I was up, then I got down, then I was down, then I was
You've lost more times than you've won. You got lucky this last go-round, and to rationalize that, again, shows you have an addiction. And really, the only way out of this is rehab and to go through the DTs, so we're going to have to tape you to something for a couple of weeks.
Taping me to anything. I don't give the DTs. This will be fine, trust me.
You're throwing down big money.
Let me ask you this.
Yes?
Why wouldn't you just stop right now? What's the incentive to go on?
Because it's fun. It's a blast. It really makes watching the Cowboy games more enjoyable.
But it also adds a lot of anxiety if they start losing. And you hate that, and that's the first thing you complain about when you come back after the weekend. I hated that. I couldn't stand it. I had to take lorazepam. Now you got another addiction kicking in.
No, I'm off all the pills. so.
You took a lorazepam on your birthday.
Friday because you were making me crazy.
You took it before the show.
I know. You were making...
Did anything happen Friday?
No.
Did anything happen Saturday?
No.
We swing by your house Sunday.
No.
Just for a last-ditch effort.
No. But
in fact, it's just now that I think about it, I actually gave you your birthday present about a month ago.
What'd you give me?
The headphones you got on.
Oh, that's right. Thank you. These are very nice. You're right.
And give me the other stuff that I brought up here Friday. Give it back.
You gave me that chess set.
That was shtick. You gave me that...
I'm not. You gave
stuff
me that.
Back.
You gave me that chess set. That was very nice.
I gave you the... You bring me back the Jack Daniels.
Why?
The gift card from Home Depot.
Oh, thank you for the gift card, by the way. I tried to use it over the weekend. You are such a schmuck. You are just unbelievable.
How much was left?
$1.28. out of $100, the $1.28 left on that thing.
You could have gotten plenty of things for that amount.
What do you think you get? A washer?
Yeah, washer, screws, nuts, bolt.
Yeah,
you need those things on occasion.
It was $100 when I give it to you. You give it back, it's got $1.28 on it. Why even bother giving it back?
What happened to the thought?
You gave me a piece of plastic worth nothing.
It was worth $1.20.
$1.28, exactly. But you didn't tell me that. So I assumed it was worth $100 that I gave you.
I believe I also marked that $100 off.
I didn't even look at it, to be honest.
I would have.
And I'm keeping the chess set. It looks great in my den.
You don't drink Jack. You don't like chess.
I do play chess.
Why? But you don't like Jack Daniels and all the figures of Jack Daniels. I gave that to you because Trey would get pissed off. Just like the Batman watch, because Chuck gave it to me, you give me that back. You can keep the Gavin nameplate and the painting out of David Henry's office, but all the other stuff I want back.
You gave it to me as a gift. I'm going to keep it.
Give him the chess set back.
All right. I'll actually let Trey handle this.
Okay.
I'm going to gut you and
it won't even happen at this point. We'll just come by one night and get it.
No, you won't.
Mm-hmm.
No.
Will you invite Carlos over?
2 for 1.
Dude, that's just getting greedy.
It's convenient, though.
No. Yeah, have Carlos over for a sleep in.
I'm not going to have Carlos over.
So perpetual sleep in.
Can yell him.
We need a break?
Yes.
I will be back.
We'll be back to the Russ Martin Show. Welcome to the Treehouse, the Russ Martin Show. We're back to the Russ Martin Show. Shake, shake, shake. Shake, shake, shake. Shake your booty. Shake your booty. Oh, shake, shake, shake. Shake, shake, shake. Shake your booty. Shake your booty. Call Russ now at 214-787-1053. Shake.
You can look on CNN right now, and the graphic at the top of the screen, this is Mark Cuban trading crisis. Again,
crisis.
Doesn't know, get no clue, all the facts.
No. We love
CNN's just going to take whatever they got and go with, again, why mess with the trial?
We love a crisis. And you
got an allegation. Just give it to the media and save us an assload of time in the courts.
We love...
Media obviously knows everything that there needs to be, so why waste selecting a jury and a judge and actually going through the judicial process?
CNN just loves a story like this. They love to see rich people fall. Pure and simple.
He hasn't fallen. He's been out. The allegations are there. I don't know if he did it or not. Makes a difference to me. He saved $750,000. Good.
Well... I'm with you. If he did something illegal, we'll figure it out, but this is going to go on forever. But
obviously, it's not illegal, or it wouldn't be in the civil courts.
It's still illegal.
It's some breach of trust. Meant to be the classification.
Yeah. But that's still illegal.
It's civilly
uncool.
Well, yeah.
But even if he did it, I don't care. I'm with you. But CNN running it, and they're going to run it until something else happens, because we love to see guys up on top fall.
I don't consider this as Cuban falling.
No, I don't think.
And even if he got insider knowledge, good. He got out. You saved $750,000.
You can't do it, though. That's illegal. Insider trading is illegal for a reason.
It's a civil action.
It's
not criminal.
It's still illegal.
It's civilly wrong. It ain't criminally wrong.
It's illegal.
It ain't criminal.
No, it's not criminal. You're right. They probably did it civilly because, as you said earlier, the burden of proof is less.
All you got to do is be more believable than the other guy in a civil court.
Mm-hmm. And all they want, they're not going to put him in jail. They just want fines.
A couple of million.
Mm-hmm. A couple of million. Okay, fair enough. Like he's going to miss that. That's like give me $20.
Giving somebody $2 million if you didn't do it, again, why bother the courts?
Well,
why wake them up?
It'll go.
Just give it to CNN or any of the other TV stations. Let them handle it. I'm sure they'll do a fair job.
No. They're not trying this in the media.
Oh, thank God! Are you out of your freaking mind?
No.
They don't try things in the media. Are you retarded?
No, I'm not.
Are you retarded?
No.
I'll ask you again. Is your last chance?
Possibly.
I've fallen. I think Kaylee. Who's the mom? Casey. I think Casey Anthony is guilty.
Well,
I don't know the entire story. That's just based on the stuff that the media's handed me. I just don't like her.
No, and now they're saying the grandparents are going to come out this week with a statement that explains why we're still looking for the little girl. We think she's still alive. Lady, if she was alive, come on.
All right. Possibly Casey has told them something. I don't know what. I know on the recordings from the courthouse, the jailhouse, she wasn't telling anybody anything. Maybe she finally fessed up to something. I don't think that the parents, if they actually have a statement to make, possibly they know something.
Maybe so. And they're saying we believe she's alive. Okay, if you know she's alive, go get her. Go find out where she is.
Just because you know or you may think she's alive doesn't mean you know where the body is or where the child is.
Freudian slip.
I didn't have anything to do with it, so it's not Freudian.
Oh, I know. But I'm just saying. Yes, I'm quite aware. And we'll just see what they say this week. They say there's a reason we're still looking for the little girl. We believe she's alive. Didn't they, just a week or so ago, they were on the other side of that coin? They thought she was gone, and she definitely was, the daughter's been...
I think when the grandfather opened up the trunk of the car that Casey had been driving, he said he just got this vibe that something had happened to Kaylee.
Right.
But that was before Casey had talked to the family. Again, you don't know what this bitch is thrown out.
No.
The only thing I hate about this entire scenario is the more I see her on television, the hotter she gets.
What?
She is hot. And you don't
deduct any points for the fact that she's a whack job and potentially killed a kid?
I didn't say let her go because she's hot. Unless you can.
You can't let somebody go because they're hot.
Guys are superficial. We can look at a chick no matter how much evil lives deep inside, and you can look at them and go, I'd like to screw her before they put her down.
You did that with, was it Darlie Routier or whatever her name was? You said she was hot and she had big cans and you wanted to screw her and they should let her go on that alone.
I said they should revisit the case.
I think they are.
Yeah, I forget what else has come up, but there's been something to make them go back and take a look at this.
I think it was something to do with DNA that it's evolved to the point where she's asked for them to go back and make sure or that her DNA doesn't match what they found. So,
well, there's no fault, no foul on that one. If they go back and go, yeah, that's your DNA, well, you're already in prison. And if they screw it up and they misidentify it, then you got a chance for another case. Mm-hmm. They need to go scrape the DNA off those cans.
You can offer to help. We'll get some DNA. No, it's going to feel like a pap smear. But
this will be the first time that it's going to be a trade-off. I'm going to take some from you, and I'm going to leave to little dab will do you. It bothers me with Mark because he seems like a good guy. He doesn't seem stupid enough.
That's the thing.
Unless something's changed with his ego, and it might. I don't know. I'm with him on this until they actually pull out some type of phone recording.
As we said earlier, you don't get to be that smart by being stupid. I mean, that rich by being stupid.
Well, now we had a former CBS official who got popped on some federal charges. I didn't say his name, and actually it's public record now because he fessed up to it.
Yeah.
I believe he's facing a lengthy stint in federal prison.
Is he really?
Yeah, is it 20 years?
20 years.
They may not get 20 years because this was just something to do with funds across state lines or something.
Mail fraud was, I think, one of the biggest things they popped him on.
And to me, with this particular CBS person, he was gone from the company, I believe, when they finally got him.
Yeah.
His ego was driving that because I don't think he made that much cash over this scenario.
Not to be that deep. 20 years, my Lord. But if he doesn't see it, that's still a lot to hang over your head.
But Cuban also, because he knew by dumping all his shares, it's going to raise a bunch of flags.
It was going to be suspect.
Well, and it's going to hurt the company's stock price because you sell that much stock.
Well, he didn't care about Mama.com.
If he wanted to get back at him, if he was mad that they were doing this pipe, and
well, if they wanted to get back at him, they could say, you know what, we told him that there was going to be some type of change in our structure,
and that is a very possible scenario. They're mad at him for sinking their stock price, so they said, "Oh, we gave him the heads up." So that could be the flip side of
whether they did or not.
Yeah, again, it's going to be. It'll all come out in court, hopefully.
Well,
or CNN, whichever.
You're going to go to a he said situation. You're right. Why bother the courts on this? Give it to that greasy-haired guy on CNN. Let him sit there and just decide for all of us.
It's just big news, and I love to see big people fall.
Well, then play it out a little more balanced. It says Mark Cuban trading crisis. Well, you don't know if it's a trading crisis yet.
But that's a headline. That gets people to watch. You're flipping through the channels. You go, billionaires in a crisis. I like that because my life sucks too. I like his to suck. Tired of him looking like that and having all that cash.
All right. So you forget about what Cuban's done with his Fallen Patriots Fund.
Don't worry about that.
I mean, that's not. I mean, even if he just went and wrote a check for, let's say, $2 million,
whatever the penalty was,
it's like 0.1% of his.
It's not going to be anything that's going to put him in any type of financial dire straits. But if he didn't do it, he ain't writing a check.
No, and he's smart enough, and he's definitely got the balls. If he's innocent, he'll probably end up paying more money in attorney's fees than he could have just writing the check. But
it's ethically, as far as that goes, to me, that makes more sense.
Mm-hmm.
You'll work out some kind of deal where you could get off a lot cheaper, but you got to admit to something.
We'll just make it go away. You can just admit it right now.
Is that really the way the judicial system should work?
No,
something just goes away because you don't want to have to deal with the legal fees?
Of course
now, not everybody can afford all the money that goes behind lawyers. But to admit to something, and there's nothing really...
No, and that sullies your name, and no, of course not.
So we'll wait and see how it plays out. And again, I'm not going to jump his ass, especially if he's acquitted, and he's going to come get me.
He won't get you.
He's had people roll my house just because he was pissed off at me over something I said on the air. What do you think he's going to do to me if I go against him on this? They'll roll my house, but they'll roll my house.
You inside it.
Yeah, you actually went out and rolled his house. He just had his people do it.
Lazy ass billionaire. Didn't even have the balls to come and do it himself.
Well, that's more of a slam.
I guess. I don't even have the time to mess with you. And we didn't roll his house, by the way. We got 3.
We got close. Well, we didn't know if the guy coming out with a flashlight had a gun next to it.
We were running like a bunch of screaming little girls. Guy comes out with a flashlight.
That's what you do when you're rolling a house. You don't stand there, wait for security to come up, and just go, what are you doing?
We got one rolled in a tree, one.
The slingshot that we were using wasn't really that effective, and we were finally just getting it down until the guy came up with a flashlight and shoot us off.
That was so funny. I can still see that moment of that flashlight coming through the darkness, and we all just think the man had a submachine gun.
You don't know what he's got.
He's not going to shoot us.
Private property, it's at night. We're on the property. We were just outside the gate, but Cuban owned all of that. He could have shot us through the fence.
For toilet paper.
They just don't know what we're doing.
I guess. Saw us on the cameras.
Ready for news, Dan? Yeah? Okay. All right. 4:43. Dan O'Malley's here with news.
Thank you, Russ. It's brought to us by Cadillac Ranch, where Chloe will be. I guess it's this Friday night, 10 p.m. to midnight, Cadillac Ranch, 857 John Carpenter Freeway in Irving.
What is that?
I'm not sure.
What is it, Chloe?
New bar restaurant.
So what?
It's a brand new bar restaurant.
Normal bar?
Yep. It's kind of like a high class kind of bar.
Okay.
A little bit.
Well, it's hard to tell by the name. Cadillac Ranch.
Yeah.
Be Eldorado's, or it can be a topless bar.
So it'll be a really nice place. Grand opening this weekend.
All right. Oh, I went by Coach Joe's restaurant on Sunday.
Okay.
Because he's wanting the band to play out there.
Right.
Was it like Eastern Frisco? It's off the tollway.
Okay. It's in Frisco.
And I tried calling him while I was there to ask him where exactly he thought we could play, because I looked at the stage.
Okay.
And that's okay if a guy's playing.
It's that small? I thought it was huge.
It ain't big enough for 22 people.
Well,
and that's about what we have in the band.
Most bands don't have 22 people.
Well, he's always known that. He's the one calling us
he is.
To play at his restaurant bar.
Is there any other place you could do it outside?
Isn't he talking about us playing mid-December?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well,
might be chilly.
It might be a little chilly or snowy or icy. Okay, I really thought the stage would be bigger than that.
No. It's probably big enough for a 4-piece band.
Okay. It's not how he talked. He acted like it was really a very large stage area.
Did he throw something out like, hey, we've had big bands play on there before?
Like Professor D and there's show bands like that have played there before.
How many people in Professor D?
I think probably about 10.
Then they all didn't get to stand on the stage.
You said at that table, horns are at this table. I didn't know. I had no idea. So did you call him?
Yeah, he didn't answer his phone,
Yeah.
and he didn't call me back. I had 2 questions. Where is it in the bar you really want us to play?
Yeah.
And why are you charging me $6 1/4 for Jack and Diet Coke?
Jeez. He wouldn't call you back. Questioning his prices.
Chuck went with me. He was getting beer for $1.
Well, sometimes they get a deal on draft beer.
Well, what are the deals on the Jack and Coke?
Well, Jack and Coke's never on sale. It's a premium. Don't give me the puppy dog eyes. Beer is on sale because it's cheap. Jack is not cheap.
Well, I'm not going to play there until I get my $13 back.
Okay, I'll give you the 20 right now.
What do you think it normally costs?
He don't buy drinks. He doesn't know. When's the last time you bought anything, alcohol-wise?
Alcohol, I don't know. And that's when she came to me with the bill for those 2 drinks, I didn't know what to say.
So you paid $13 in 7-8 years for Jack. That's a pretty good price.
It was only 2 drinks.
I know, but you get
plus the
look
tip.
at the bottles you back there you have in the back in the corner.
So?
But tons of it for free. You get alcohol.
How much advertising Coach Joe got out of us? All right, so I thought it was Coach Alzado. What's his real name?
Avizano.
Yeah, I thought it was Coach Alzado's place. I didn't know.
Yes, it's Coach Joe Avizano, and it's his very nice club and bar. But he didn't know you were. Did he know you were there? Maybe he would have comped your drinks if he'd known you were there.
I tried calling him and telling him I was there.
Well, he's busy doing other stuff. Call him ahead.
Well, I'll just keep that in mind, and next time I'll go to Coach Lyle's place.
No. Don't.
What?
Don't start the Lalas. The round robin again.
You sure?
Yes.
Okay.
Unless you happen to have it on tape.
Why wouldn't he call the bar, name the bar after himself?
He did. Coach Joe.
Who's Lyle?
I don't know who Lyle is. He used to play with the Cowboys.
No.
What?
He used to play for the Raiders and a couple other teams, maybe, but he died from steroids.
Lyle Wagner?
Oh. How do we get to Lyle Wagner?
Who's Lyle Wagner?
The Grand Ole Opry?
That's funny every time.
And you know, there are people that listen to that thought there was a show meeting. We scripted it out. Everybody got their own lines, and we went into it. Because it was just the randomness and the idiocy just fall into place too quickly.
I actually had someone ask me about that a couple of days later. They said, how did you guys do that? And the only thing I could say was, I have no idea.
Rehearsal. Many hours of rehearsal.
And he said the same thing. He's like, that wasn't written out or anything? No. Who would have thought to come up with that? It's amazing.
It's not even, I mean, the only reason it's funny is because it's chock full of stupidity. It's not really what we're saying.
Random and stupid.
I just like the part where Dan's going to step in and straighten us out.
And you think, all right, we're back on track.
Right, this bit's over. No.
Let me help you here.
Why wouldn't he call the bar, name the bar after himself?
He did. Coach Joe.
Who's Lyle?
I don't know who Lyle is. He used to play with the Cowboys.
No.
What?
He used to play for the Raiders and a couple other teams, maybe, but he died from steroids.
Lyle Wagner?
How do we get to Lyle Wagner?
Who's Lyle Wagner?
The Grand Ole Opry?
It's a good show.
This Moment Radio Idiocy brought to you by...
All right.
Coach Joe's.
So he hasn't called you either?
No, I'll call him back. He did call me over the weekend. I can't remember. I think it was Saturday. But I'll call him back.
Ask him about where he wants us to play. Obviously, playing inside is not going to work out. If we play outside, we're going to need a tent, we're going to need heaters, and I'm going to need $13 back. All right, go ahead, Dan.
All right. Today is Monday, November 17th, 2008. Birthdays today. Isaac Hansen from Hansen. He turns 28. Diane Neal from Law & Order turns 33. Ronnie DeVoe turns 41. He, of course, from New Edition and Belle Biv DeVoe. Daisy Fuentes turns 42. Rue Paul turns 48. Stephen Root turns 57.
Stephen who?
Root. He's the, he played Jimmy James on News Radio. He was the voice of Bill on King of the Hill. And he was Milton in Office Space.
The guy with the red complexion that mumbled?
Yes.
The one that's shoved back in the corner?
Yeah, that's him.
Okay. All right, I got it.
Danny DeVito turned 64, as does Tom Seaver, Hall of Fame pitcher. Martin Scorsese turned 66, and Rock Hudson, today was his birthday. He passed away back in 1985. And on this day in history, back in 1934, Lyndon Baines Johnson married Claudia Alta Taylor, known, of course, as Lady Bird, because she sat on his perch.
What? I don't think that's why they called her Lady Bird.
Yeah, that's where the nickname came from.
No.
They got married. Rest.
No, I don't think it's on his perch.
All right.
Take a load off.
What's the reasoning you heard, JD?
I'm not sure, but I'm sure that's not it.
LBJ has got a crank the size of LBJ.
I know.
And his wife's name is Lady Bird?
Yeah.
Okay.
No, there's no perch.
Sit on the end. We got company coming.
I watched Forrest Gump over the weekend, and that part comes where Forrest meets LBJ, and all I could think was there's that big crank in that pants.
I thought he meant Kennedy.
He meets LBJ at one point.
Oh.
Trust me.
What'd they talk about?
I don't know. I couldn't concentrate on anything, but that man and his crank.
They're there. Last box of weenies.
No.
Say hello to the missus.
Lady Bird.
Sometimes she just stays on that folded up like a Murphy bed. Go ahead. Chloe, have them do that sound effect. Just reverse it. Right. And zip back up.
Okay.
Say goodnight. All right, Dan, go ahead.
And on this day in history, back in 1973, President Nixon denied any wrongdoing in the Watergate scandal, saying in a speech at Disney World, people have got to know whether or not their president is a crook. Well, I'm not a crook. Oops.
Yeah, that's a rough crowd to make that announcement at Disney World.
I'm not a crook.
Did he ever admit to any of the wrongdoing in the Watergate scandal, the break-in with the burglars?
No.
Or the plumbers?
No. He never admitted any wrongdoing. In fact, that's why a lot of his presidential papers and archives were never released until after he died.
And was there anything indicting in that?
Not yet. They're still... I mean, it takes them years and years and years to go through all that stuff.
They could have reviewed it before they released it to the public, which means it's been there since the mid-'70s. You didn't have to really wait for him to die to go back and evaluate everything. And then as soon as he dies, then you look at it.
A lot of the historians just gained access after he died. I mean, look at LBJ. They're just now releasing tapes from his...
It's burned in my memory. LBJ saying bunghole.
I'm going to guess it's thousands of hours of tape from LBJ. Really all we got Is it all we got? All that we care about. Is where he's asking about his pants and he needs hang lower for his nuts in his bunghole.
All we care about. I mean, there's hours and hours of audio from him talking to different people about the war and everything else. But
I listened to one clip that was on your flash drive, Trey. He's chewing somebody's ass for something. Either they were given some type of appropriation and didn't go back and vote the way that Johnson wanted them to. He was crawling up his colon.
Oh, Johnson was ruthless when he was a senator. I mean, he ruled the Senate with an iron fist, and so he still had that kind of pull. And I remember what you're talking about. I forget which senator, but yeah, it was in their committee, and he's chewing his ass for not, getting it pushed through.
I can't find it on your flash.
It's in random audio. Then I think LBJ clips.
You put it in random audio.
Just
random.
Yeah.
All right. LBJ clips. I'm not going to play all of it. I can't tell which one is which.
I'm trying to think.
It's easy to spot. Whoever he's talking to, he's chewing their ass right out of the box.
Do you think that you all ought to be there when we do that?
That ain't it. You have any clue what I'm looking for, Trey?
I can't remember the name of the file.
Yep. Not a single one. Reviewing them again in my mind.
Do you think that this fellow you talked to first this afternoon is completely lost?
Hang on a second. Vibrated in my bunghole.
No. No vibrators.
William Fulbright?
That's possible.
Okay. Next time you want to thump the needle.
Going to be skittish that he's trying to be made a record out of him. But if you just take this Russ letter, and
I don't think it's the same one. Whatever it was, Johnson was absolutely twisted at this guy. I gave you this money or allocated this money, and you guys can't get anything done on the Hill. Sounds exactly like what we're going through now, except Bush and in the future Obama, they're not going to be able to call senators down and just chew on them at length.
If you're the president, I don't know why you couldn't.
I believe it's a different mentality now. And back then, Johnson really had complete reign, and nobody's going to go back and either alert the media, hey, he called me names, or he showed me his penis or his bunghole.
Yeah.
No, you wouldn't. I mean, today, President chews your ass, and they're going to go on CNN and tell everyone about it. And, they'll call the president dumb or whatever. There was a respect for the office of the president then that you don't have now.
We lost it with Mr. Clinton, probably.
There was a fear that came along with Johnson, and I don't think it just lived within. We need a break?
Yes.
All right, we'll be back.
We'll be back to the Russ Martin Show. We're back to the Russ Martin Show.
Cheers.
You on the hotline, Dan? All right. What do we got with traffic?
All right. Right now, this look at traffic is brought to us by Don Davis Auto. In Dallas, 75 northbound at McComas. You have an accident on the left shoulder with a backup headed down all the way to Hall Street. Also in Dallas, I-30 eastbound right after Central Expressway. We have another car fire. This one's blocking the right shoulder. That backup is to Industrial. In Richardson, 75 southbound before Campbell Road, you have an accident. That is actually only the right lane is getting by. So all those other left lanes are shut down. Just that right lane getting through. And then, of course, you have some delays coming off of the Bush Turnpike as well. Also in Dallas, I-45 northbound, the ramp to I-30. There is no ramp because there's an accident that's been reported there. In Farmers Branch, the tollway northbound, the ramp to Spring Valley. An accident's been reported there, and that has the ramp closed down as well. And the 35, the northbound ramp to Continental, no ramp there either. Lots of ramp problems today. No, it actually says no ramp.
The ramps are there. They're just blocked. I don't believe TxDOT comes out and yanks them.
Removable ramps.
No, they do. I've seen them do it.
All right.
So, yeah, there's your second check of traffic. I'm Dan O'Malley on the Russ Martin Show.
Thanks, Dan. We have a cool front coming in tonight. Should be 43 for the overnight low, only in the 60s. Tomorrow, we're at 74 currently, live 105.3.
All right, Trey found the conversation with LBJ, and it's Adam Clayton Powell.
Yeah.
Does it matter who he is? Really, the only reason this clip is interesting to me, I'm not a historian. I really don't know much about what LBJ did.
Right.
But he's up this guy's ass about some vote that, I think it was for public education. Mm-hmm. Was that one of LBJ's big pushes?
Yeah. Anything having to do with public education, social services, he was very big on.
Okay, but just this conversation is about all the school systems. Mm-hmm. All right. And again, it doesn't really matter what they're saying. It's just, this is something couldn't play out in contemporary times, because Trey's right. Whoever's getting their ass chewed, they're going to go tell CNN.
You wonder why that changed, why the president doesn't have that kind of power anymore.
Media.
Yeah, it's the mass media and just the...
So I'm asked you about the president. Well, what'd you do? I mean, that's my first question.
Yeah.
What'd you do?
And I wouldn't have an issue if Bush is chewing somebody's ass because something didn't get done in the House or the Senate.
In fact,
and this conversation plays out just like something that could have happened last week, because nothing gets done. And it doesn't get done. When it does get done, it's not in a timely fashion.
And to answer your question, really around Clinton, and it's just the media, even with Reagan, you could have, I hate to say agree to disagree, but at the end of the day, Tip O'Neill would come over to the White House and they'd have cocktails. They would fight bitterly during the day, but after that, friends, gentlemen, you had respect for each other. Now everything's so partisan.
You could have different theologies, but you can still be buddies.
Absolutely.
All right.
How's my friend? Fine, Adam. What the hell's been happening in your committee? I thought you told me 2 months ago that you were going to pass a bill for me. That's right. Well, when happened, all hell's broken loose because what the hell are you blackmailing me on a you didn't. You on a $400,000 appropriation for you. We couldn't pass $1.2 billion for school kids. Now, you know I'm for you, and you know that I'm going to help you anywhere I can. I've got nothing to do with what you're doing in the House investigation, but you...
The guy on the phone, the Adam, what's his name?
Adam Clayton Powell?
Yeah. He brings up Appalachia. How does that play into here?
Probably, my guess is he's from Tennessee.
Is that where it is?
Yeah.
All right, sorry, I was thinking about ski. Mountains. Snow.
That's Appalachians.
Same ones?
Yeah.
All right.
Damn, you defeated the best education bill I've got, and I hope you're going to be proud of it. Now, you know in your Appalachia bill that there is... Well, Appalachia ain't got a damn thing to do with you.
Snowman ain't got nothing to do with this guy thing.
You can tell the guy knew he was in trouble. How's my buddy doing today?
Yeah, at the very beginning. Let me jump back to that and I'll skip ahead.
How's my friend? Fine, Adam. What the hell?
Why don't you go yourself?
He knows he's in trouble.
Just calling me your friend at the very beginning of the phone call is not going to make me forget what I'm about to have you put down.
That's why I left Cheney. Because Cheney's kind of the same mentality. So he's the one... I forgot who it was. He just blasted them in the media. And Cheney's on the Hill in the Senate. And the guy goes, how you doing, buddy? He goes, F you. I love him. I'm sorry he's leaving us.
Be proud of it. Now, you know in your Appalachia bill that there is... Well, Appalachia ain't got a damn thing to do with you. If you handle your committee and let us handle another one. Yeah, but there's a clause in there, Mr. President. There's a clause been in there all the time, and if you're gonna let Ayers and Edith Green lead you off the reservation, well, then I ran for nothing last year with 15 million votes. If you're gonna tie up this Congress and screw it up, what you've done for 3 weeks by running off.
Now,
that's an ass chewing.
How contemporary does this really sound?
Exactly. It sounds like what we're doing with the banks right now.
Oh, they'll have bailouts. But they're going to take time to go back and analyze it and decide why you've got people who really need the money that are going to fold. They finally approve the bailouts. They give the money to the banks, but they don't give the banks instructions. As a result, the banks get all this cash. They decide they're going to let it sit in their vault because we're on tough times and they don't want to fold. Then you have a congressional hearing. They're asking the banks, are you lending the money? Nope.
Not really.
You took the money we gave you, right? Yep.
Got it
Get it
here.
right here. Like we told you when you give it to us. We don't got to sign nothing? Oh, okay. Well, we'll just, if you decide you want it back, well, we'll have it. If we spend anything, we'll bring receipts.
You're supposed to spend it.
They didn't, Congress didn't give them any instructions. And if you can't give somebody billions of dollars along with instructions, you're as much to blame as the banks.
I suppose you just figured at some point, hey, they're the banks. They know why we gave them this money, and it wasn't to sit on it.
Obviously, the banks thought that was the only reason that they were awarded that cash.
So, yeah, put it in your closet and just have a nice nap. Jesus.
Yeah, they shored up their finances.
Yeah, we're looking good. Thank you, buddy.
Our fiscal year looks a lot better. Thank you for the cash.
You're supposed to be loaning it.
Well, when things clean up, we will.
No?
Right now, people are scared, and so are we. We're not going to. No.
We gave you the cash. Loan it.
They had the banks, unless I missed part of the congressional hearings, the banks had no intention. They had really no explanation on why the government gave them all that cash, and then they sat on it.
Oh, some of them were like, well, we had some really serious financial issues internally that we were able to. That's not.
Well, that wasn't there to straighten you out. It was there to straighten out the economy. As a bank, here's some money. Loan it.
Can I
keep track of it. Bring us receipts.
Can I ask you a question? You gave us all this cash, right? Yeah. Did you see how we did with the other money that we had before this? And you go ahead and just gave us this cash. You're stupid now, Gomer.
But there's a clause in there, Mr. President. There's a clause been in there all the time, and if you're gonna let heirs and either green lead you off the reservations, well, then I ran for nothing last year. It was 15 million votes. If you're gonna tie up this Congress and screw it up, what you've done for 3 weeks by running off till you get 400,000 appropriation. Well, we never can get anywhere. And you defeat this, and you hold it up, and you delay it, and you get us in this kind of shape. Well, we can't pass anything, and that's all right. But I think you'll be the hell of a bunch of your liberal Democrats, and I'm going to be here. It's not going to bother me.
At one point, this Adam Powell guy tries to jump in. Don't you think I deserve the benefit? He didn't get to finish.
But I just sure thought I had better leadership on that committee than what I've got without even talking. And I'm awfully disappointed. Just very disappointed, Mr. President. Don't you think I was entitled to the... No, I don't think you're entitled to a damn thing that you did. I think you took not do it. It's March 1st. No, you didn't say March. Oh, hell no, you didn't say the March 1st. You told me...
You didn't say nothing about March 1st. You said you was going to pass it. I give you the cash. I want that. Yeah. Ladybird, get off that. You distracted me by bobbing up and down. You look like the Warner Brothers cartoon. I think, actually, what we'll call this guy senator. I don't know who he is. I think he was going to say, don't you think I was entitled to the cash? It doesn't matter. Yeah. He didn't get to the end of his thought.
I think I was entitled to the... No, I don't think you're entitled to a damn thing that you did.
Except a nice presidential beatdown. That pains me. I'm very disappointed, and I'm going to have to... You remember what I did to Kenny? I'm going to have you killed. I like you, and it's going to be really hard on me. Ladybird likes you. My penis is partial to you. But we're going to have to put you down, and that really makes me sad.
Well, don't do it.
Well, no, we'll do that. We'll just part friends. Bye. I would stay in a terrified state in perpetuity if I've got the president that's really been alleged to have something to do with the Kennedy assassination. Now he's twisted at me.
Hey, buddy. How's my buddy doing? We doing okay today, buddy?
No, we're not doing okay, and neither's the top of your head.
I don't know what you're talking about, buddy.
That's all right. Don't think about it. Where are you standing right now? You near a grassy knoll?
No.
All right, then.
Certainly not.
We'll move the body.
Can we just...
Without even talking. And I'm awfully disappointed. Just very disappointed, Mr. President. Don't you think I was entitled to the... No, I don't think you're entitled to a damn thing that you did. I think you took not do it. It's March 1st. No, you didn't say March. Oh, hell no, you didn't say March 1st. You told me you were going to do it. And then you ran off for 3 weeks, and I couldn't even locate you. I asked the speaker to call you and tell you that this was serious, and this is bad. This is the thing we ran on all over the country.
I would really like to hear part 2.
That's making
I'll see if I can find it.
Making me nervous, and it ain't me, and these people are gone.
Yeah, this was
that kind of an ass chewing.
Probably, he said he just ran, so this had been 67?
4.
Whatever.
Don't you think I'm entitled to...
You're entitled to one thing.
What?
Dad. You promised me something and I didn't get it.
Right. Well,
as a result...
Things change.
Yeah, things change. Sometimes people are alive.
Right.
And then the other.
You're threatening my life?
I'll make you feel better. I'll give you a space center someplace. I'll give Kennedy one. It's only fair. All right. If you can find out where this went, or if he's up anybody else's ass.
Oh, there's hours of tapes of him chewing ass. Yeah, I'll go pull some.
All right. All right, Dan, you ready to finish news?
Yeah.
Okay. 5:21. Dan O'Malley's here with more news.
All right. Also on this day in history, back in 2003, Arnold Schwarzenegger was inaugurated as the governor of California.
I don't know how that... After 5 years would pass like that. My mind, he's only been there for a couple of years. And he's, obviously, if it's 5 years, he's gone through a re-election. Mm-hmm. And he can't be blowing it too badly. You don't really hear anything come out of California.
Except they're $7 billion in debt. They want a piece of the handout.
Maybe that's why they're torching the state.
Torching the state?
We're having a fire sale.
No.
Everything in California must go.
California? No, it's not at all. It's just have wildfires.
Well, why is it California prone to all these different fires?
They have a lot of
a lot of states got a lot of trees and a lot of land. They're in debt, so they're just having a fire.
They're not burning things down because they're in debt. It just happens. It happens every year out there.
I believe Schwarzenegger just applied for emergency funds from the government, didn't he?
Yes.
Okay.
Well,
that's what you do after you torch things.
No. You're thinking of a furniture store. This is a state.
I know it's pretty. I don't get why people live in California. Between earthquakes, fires, mudslides.
You make it sound so sexy.
Riots.
Oh, yeah.
San Diego is the most beautiful place in the world. If I could afford to live there, I would. It's just the most beautiful city in the world.
Even with the chances of it sliding a few feet every day.
Yeah. Even given that opportunity, it's just beautiful. The weather is perfect almost all year round.
Why didn't you go there?
Because I have a job here, and my family, up until recently, was here.
Well, you could probably get a job in San Diego.
Trying to get rid of me?
You just said you liked it better than Texas.
I like San Diego as a city. It's beautiful.
You said you'd live there.
I would if I could afford it.
Well, let's take your carpet bag and get your ass on.
Oh, my God. I can't even say something nice about another city without you getting all...
No, it's the same concept as you having other friends.
I can't like another city?
No.
Well, I do love Colleyville. I love me some Colleyville. All of it. Love it.
Okay.
It's number 1 in my heart.
It's just Southlake you don't like because they stopped you.
I love Southlake, too.
Why'd you bag on that cop after he pulled you over?
Oh, my God, let that go. I didn't bag on him.
You didn't let that go for a couple of weeks. You called him a runt. You said he was Hispanic. You said he was driving the Super Coupe. And you also put something on the side of your truck afterwards that said you must be this tall to pull this vehicle over.
I never did any of those things. All I said was I got stopped. I didn't think I was doing the speed because it was almost impossible to do the speed that he said I was doing on that particular road. And you know the road I'm talking about.
Okay.
It's almost impossible to do 51 miles an hour on that street without feeling you're out of control. You wouldn't accidentally.
Now, you didn't mouth there at the spot. You decided to mouth when you came back here.
In front of the cop.
Said he was a runt, said you couldn't see him over your door. And then that's when you put the little picture of a man on the side of your truck that said you must be this tall to pull this vehicle over.
I never did that. I said I didn't know he was beside my car because when he walked up, he was short.
You said I had pulled you over.
God, I never said any of these things. I have to drive through that city daily. Please stop bagging on him.
And what'd you call it, the C9 unit?
No, I did not call it anything.
I think you did.
I didn't. I just said the gentleman was short. I didn't know he was at the window because my truck is ridiculously jacked up.
Weren't you also making fun of his siren?
No. I've never heard his siren. He never blew his siren to pull me over. He just flashed the lights.
No.
Yeah.
Maybe his windows were down.
Stop.
Rude.
God.
All right, go ahead, Dan.
Congress kicked off a special lame duck session today, and a partisan battle awaits over the fate of the nation's big three automakers. Senate Democrats were trying to earn GOP support for their proposed bailout of the big three automakers. Democrats would like to see a vote Wednesday, but some concede they probably don't have the support. Senate Majority Leader Harry Reid, speaking on the Senate floor Monday, urged action on the plan, saying the Treasury Department has acknowledged that they could provide the auto companies the temporary assistance to keep automakers solvent by taking money out of the $700 billion we've already provided the Treasury. If we move forward, we can protect American jobs, help American families, and prevent our economy from falling further into a recession.
Now, did they rephrase the way that they're thinking about handling this with automakers? Because I've heard a loan, as opposed to just giving them cash and hoping for the best.
The automakers, in what is a smart move, have requested a loan, not just a bailout.
Something that should be repaid.
Yeah. But let them go bankrupt.
Obama talked on 60 Minutes.
That's a big portion of this economy just to let go. I'm not saying bail them out or not, because I don't know all the eccentricities of what happens if the three big ones fall apart, but there are too many other jobs that trickle down from that. That's going to have far-reaching effects. But I know that's simplistic, but that's the way I see it. It's just me talking.
I heard someone say it, and they said, let them go into Chapter 11 bankruptcy. Let them reorganize. Let them cancel some of these union contracts and renegotiate them, because that's what's killing them. You got the foreign automakers who are building in the South, and they're doing really well in their plants because they don't have to deal with the union.
And it may be all three that have foreign manufacturing plants. Aren't they making money overseas?
Mm-hmm.
They're just not doing it here.
Yeah, the unions are killing them. The average worker at Chrysler, and we're talking about, I'm not bagging on them, but talking about factory employees, average hourly wage is $75 an hour.
All right. They're building cars. I'd like for somebody that's going to build a car to get paid a decent wage so they take pride in their vehicle.
$75 an hour plus all your benefits and everything else. That's stout. When you're,
Well, again, the auto manufacturers aren't necessarily to blame for all of this, because you got the banks that tightened up. Nobody's loaning money. As a result, you can't get a car loan. You go back and blame the banks, especially since the government gave them billions and they decided to leave it in the vault just to sit there and get cold.
You're absolutely correct. This is partly to do with automakers and being inefficient and not modernizing how they build cars and their workforce. But at the same,
but we were clamoring for large vehicles. We didn't care what the gas mileage was. We didn't care until it got up to $4 a gallon. We thought it wasn't going to stop at $4. Now things have dropped back down to around $2 a gallon. Now we're embracing the big vehicles again.
That's all they make at the GM plant in Arlington is the trucks and the SUVs. And they're saying, it's like celebration time. Guys, this is not over.
And they kept cranking out the trucks and the SUVs for a reason. It's because there was a market for it.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody was buying the high-efficiency vehicles. So as a company, if I'm going to make something, I'm going to make something that sells and not set on the lot. And if that's what everybody was clamoring for, I'm going to build the big things.
Do you care what Obama thinks about the auto bailout? It's cut 72 over the weekend. He was on 60 Minutes. He talked about that. He talked about Guantanamo Bay, how he's going to shut that down. He's talking about pulling out the troops. I got all three of those cuts.
Okay.
72 is the auto bailout.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
For the auto industry to completely collapse would be a disaster in this kind of environment, not just for individuals.
Well, he's been talking to somebody.
He's hitting the ground running, buddy.
Any sector of the economy that large to absolutely collapse, that's going to be ugly. Thanks for being there. I talked to some people.
Go get them, Chief.
Yeah.
Disaster in this kind of environment, not just for individual families, but the repercussions across the economy would be dire. So it's my belief that we need to provide assistance to the auto industry. But I think that it can't be a blank check. So
you gave one to the banks.
I know. Look what happened.
You gave one to the banks with absolutely no instructions on what to do with it. Here's the money. You don't got to sign for it. We're going to give it to you. Go stimulate the economy.
We learn from our mistakes.
So we're going to sit on it. See, our problem last time is we give it all out. We don't want to look as foolish as we did last time, because then you're going to get ugly with us. So we kept it all. And anything we spent, we kept the receipts. There you go.
Yeah, some of the banks.
What?
Some of them even used to pay dividends to their shareholders. Like, God, dude.
And did I get it wrong? Bonuses?
most of them are now waiving their bonus.
But before the congressional hearing, they still were looking at bonuses.
Absolutely.
And that's going to be based on...
How do you get a bonus when you...
What numbers?
The top
You're about to fold. What, you going to get bonuses just because you got $700 billion handed to you? Look at that. What kind of other company turns a profit like that?
That's not a profit. The government handed you that money.
Looks to me like we're in the black.
You got handed that cash.
Yeah, that's how we got in the black.
I know, but you blew it.
That's when we were in the red.
I know.
We're in the black now. Now we get bonuses.
But you want to buy...
We turn things around.
Like to renegotiate my bonus. Look how well we're doing.
How we doing, Claude? All right. I want to hear the rest of this.
Yeah, it's kind of interesting. And then what he says about Guantanamo Bay in the next cut's very...
All right.
My hope is that over the course of the next week, between the White House and Congress, the discussions are shaped around providing assistance, but making sure that that assistance is conditioned on labor, management, suppliers, lenders, all the stakeholders.
So in essence, Obama is sort of addressing the union workers.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
There's coming together with a plan. What does a sustainable U.S. auto industry look like so that we are creating a bridge loan to somewhere as opposed to a bridge loan to nowhere? And that's...
Well, that's a slam at Palin.
Yeah. I think what you haven't yet seen, that's something that I think we're going to have to come up with.
All right, this next one
This is a Guantanamo. This is what he's going to do.
I've
Guantanamo Bay.
said repeatedly that I intend to close Guantanamo, and I will follow through on that. I've said repeatedly that America doesn't torture, and I'm going to make sure that we don't torture.
We've said that. We've contended that since we started this getaway.
What are you going to do with the guys that are in Guantanamo Bay?
They want to run them through the U.S. court system and give them access to something we don't even give our own military. Military has to go through their own justice system. You want to take
this? I totally
alleged terrorists, and you want to give them a fair shot at a trial.
Exactly. I totally disagree with this. And maybe this is just a move on his part to look internationally gracious again. We don't torture. Dude, yeah, we do. We've always tortured. Always. Go back to World War I. We torture.
No.
Yes.
We don't torture.
We subcontract.
The Israelis torture.
Oh.
They're dicks.
Well, what do we do?
We watch and write the check.
Oh, I see. Okay.
We give them to people and then some cash just for their time, trouble.
We don't. This is so bizarre. Unless it's just a PR spin for him. I don't know.
For Obama?
Yeah.
Well, I believe this was part of his campaign, so this isn't a 180.
I'm going to make sure that we don't torture. Those are part and parcel of an effort to regain America's moral stature in the world.
That is the exact, and whether McCain said this or Obama, that's the way that you lose a war on terrorism is when you worry about morality. You're not on the same playing field as people that will fly planes into buildings, that will bomb buildings, that will sacrifice themselves just to kill somebody else based on some type of theological reason. You can't play on a morality platform. You got to torture, even if you're doing it out of house.
No, these are people that believe that if they die taking out the enemy, they're martyrs, and they get a special place in heaven with a bunch of virgins.
Well, then start killing them at Gitmo.
You can't kill them. You got to torture them.
Good. Just to get the info?
Mm-hmm.
Well, then promise to kill them.
It's even worse if you don't.
But they want the virgins.
But if you don't kill them, they don't get him.
Where the hell they think that heaven is going to... The stock is coming from for the virgins.
Islam. Then Allah grants you, I forgot what the number is, like 85 virgins if you die a martyr.
72.
Sorry.
Well, there's a rate of inflation. Do we need a break? All right. They said the virgins were going to be hot.
No, the virgins.
Okay, I'd like to see some pictures.
We'll be back to the Russ Martin Show. We are Dallas-Fort Worth's most listened to talk station. We're back to the Russ Martin Show.
more tourism. Golden Idol.
All right, Dan.
The Fresh Prince himself, Will Smith, will be in Dallas tomorrow to screen his latest film, 7 Pounds.
All right. Let me throw out a preemptive cue.
Well, they just pulled a story about Will Smith coming to town.
Why? What's the interest in Will Smith coming to town?
It's a big deal when a movie star comes to town to premiere a new movie.
It's because I admitted I had a dream and he happened to be in it. I didn't do anything with him. We're naked in the same bed, but we were covered up.
You're naked in the same bed. It was a homosexual dream.
No, it wasn't.
It doesn't mean you're homosexual. Probably does, but not for sure.
When is he here?
He will be here tomorrow. He'll be hitting the red carpet at the Cinemark 17 in Dallas. And if you want to get in, you have to bring a non-perishable good from this list starting at 2 p.m. You can get canned ham, vegetables, fruit, stuffing mix, cornbread mix, puddings, pumpkin pie filling. All the food benefits the North Texas Food Bank. The screening is a first-come, first-serve event, so you'll probably end up having to line up at 3 a.m.
I don't want any conversation tomorrow while he's in town.
Why?
Because I don't want him to know.
I was working on getting him to call in. That way you can tell him about your dream.
I don't want to have that conversation.
Why? Oh, it's just a dream, isn't it?
Nothing happened.
I understand nothing happened. You're just naked with Will Smith in bed.
And I asked him in the dream, where's Amy? He said she went up to go to the bathroom. I don't know why he's lying right next to me. That makes him gay.
No, it makes you both gay.
No?
Yeah.
At least bi.
Why? I never saw anything. We didn't do anything.
You don't know that.
Yeah, I was there.
Something had occurred before the dream because Amy got up and left. So something had occurred. You just don't. I mean, you blocked that.
I didn't dream about it.
It's very common to block dreams if you don't really want to see that part of your life.
All right. I blew Will Smith.
Dan, you will pull that for me.
I'll give it to you again in case you didn't get a clean cut. I blew him. Toasted salad. Played with his nipples.
Okay.
Anything else?
Does it feel good? Does it feel good to come out with that?
I feel flush. I still don't know what that dream means. And I damn sure didn't go online, and Dan don't. Go online. It's because they have different websites that'll interpret dreams. I don't know what that means.
Well, DeWanna could probably do it for you.
DeWanna's not going to have a freaking clue.
Well, she's pretty good at other things, you know.
Maybe I just appreciate his accomplishments. Why would see his nip? I don't know why we were naked. I didn't undress the man.
I understand. You just have a fantasy about him.
I've never thought about Will Smith.
He's a big star. He's in town tomorrow. That's all. No big deal.
Go ahead, Dan.
Okay. Oil prices fell below $56 a barrel today in Asia as news that Japan fell into recession highlighted investor fears of a global economic slowdown that will of course hurt the crude demand. Japan, the world's second largest economy, said Monday it slid into a recession for the first time since 2001. Japan now joins the 15-nation Eurozone in a recession defined as 2 straight quarters of GDP contraction. Oil prices have tumbled about 62% since peaking at nearly $150 a barrel in mid-July.
Most times I would say, I don't care. But I know that trade will jump in and point out that our economy trades back and forth with the Asian markets. So if they're going through a recession, obviously we will too. So I care, right?
Yes.
I don't.
Well, you need to. Do you have any investments on all? I meant to ask you this here.
Just in the 401k that our company has decided to stick in our own company.
Yeah, the stock's up. Or it was Friday.
When I initially got the stock, worth $33 a share. What's it worth now?
$6.80.
That's down.
But it was down like 6.01, so it went up like 60, 70 cents.
Poke in the puss.
Is that a bear market?
For this company.
That's crap in the bed.
Is there any
I'm shocked how they would get $6 per share out of this company.
Physical assets.
Damn.
Wow. All right. Dan?
Make no mistake, Tony Romo's return hardly transformed the Cowboys into an offensive juggernaut. They still couldn't manage to score more than 14 points in a game. As Russ mentioned earlier, Romo passed for fewer than 200 yards and threw 2 interceptions that thwarted long drives. But all that really counts is that with Romo starting at quarterback, splintered pinky and all, Terrence Newman back at corner, Dallas pulled out the 14-10 victory over Washington last night.
I know it was a needed win, but it wasn't just the win that they seemed to be overly celebratory. It was any time they did anything. They'd make a run for 3 yards. It sounded like there was another score.
Well, they have to keep each other going. They keep each other feeling good about the game. We're back. We're back on track.
Dude, you got 3 yards. You didn't even make it to the first down. What's the jig?
We need to... we just need to continue the support for him.
What is it, Cliff?
I understand the support. I want the Cowboys to win big time, but I was at the bar yesterday, and every time they would do the slightest thing, like the 3 yards, they'd just catch the ball. The bar would erupt. I go, what happened? We make a touchdown? Free bar tabs? No. He caught it.
Woo! And they wore I watched enough of the game. They wore the piss out of Marion Barber.
Yeah.
It was play after play. Romo would turn around and hand it to Barber. Why would you think the other team would probably catch on to you scam?
They did. That was one of the things they were excited about, is they were able to control the ball and just grind out the clock. Marion Barber did what Marion Barber is supposed to do. Run hard, 3-4 yards a carry.
I'd love to watch him run.
Yeah. And another thing, his backup is hurt, so. But
it was just, it was, unless I missed part of the game, the part I saw was snap, give it to Marion. Snap, give it to him again. Hey, let's throw him off. I'll chuck it to Marion one time.
I've probably 8 plays in a row. But they took it.
But they know that Marion Barber is going to be the focal point. And the problem with that, again, from a very simplistic view, is they may hit Marion a little bit harder than they need to. And if he's out, your backup is what?
Well, it's Felix Jones, but he's out, so I don't even know who our third stringer is.
That would be another concern. It's just wearing him out and having the other team focus on that, knock him the F out, and then now you're knocked the F out.
But Marion Barber is just a workhorse, and his specialty is just...
Obviously, he got it accomplished. They won. I just was expecting something a little flashier there at the end.
They didn't want to pass it to stop the clock or throw an interception, so you just grind it out.
I think the one time that I saw they did throw it to Marion Barber, he made sure he got hit inbounds, so the clock kept running.
Absolutely.
Okay. Maybe Wade's boy knows what he's doing. Now, has everybody looked at this as the turnaround for the Cowboys?
Not an outright turnaround, but a step in the direction of that.
Because that's what we do. We'll take one win and decide, okay, they can be my demigod again. And then you blow another game, and you're back to being satanic.
Well, having Terrence Newman back really is probably the unsung but biggest thing. Is we actually had a segment. He made an interception. He blocked a couple of key passes.
It was good to have him back.
It was great to have him back.
All right. Any timeline on Pac-Man coming back?
Have not heard anything about that yet.
I heard an interview with Jerry Jones over the weekend, and they asked, if he goes through all his different training, are you going to take him back? And Jones sidestepped it. Well, there are too many different variables we have to look at. Let's let him get through that, and then we'll let you know.
That's a fair question.
I ain't taking him back.
You can't. Well, again, like you said, if they don't, that looked really crappy. That the guy went through rehab.
I think they got enough to point at that he's created too many problems. And it's okay, he went through rehab. We wish him the best. Congratulations. We filled the space while you were gone.
Well, and if they're winning without him, why risk it?
I don't know why go through the liability.
I think for this season, just to have a backup cornerback and to have him return punts, it might be worth it. No.
Well, especially if you can make it through the end of the season before he starts getting sauced again.
Yeah.
And he may not. Rehab works on a certain percentage of people.
It does.
The odds are against you, but maybe Pac-Man. Yeah, just Pac-Man's ready to go.
Very possible. It just all depends on how he comes out of rehab, how seriously he takes it. It's just how he went into rehab. Normally court-ordered, especially the failure rate is almost 100%. Because
this wasn't court-ordered.
Well, I just mean it's career-oriented.
If you went on your own.
Right.
You said, look, this happened.
My life's out of
I know
control.
I'm not in trouble. I wasn't arrested. I'm going to go through this, and I'm going to try and address this issue. You're right. maybe you got a better shot at coming out of it.
You do. And if someone else is forcing you to go for any reason, your marriage is over if you don't go. Your job is over if you don't go. Those are reasons.
Well, he knew that those were possible ramifications all along. The only upside to going to rehab is they may give him ways to try to hide it.
How do you think you get that in rehab?
I'm sure there are other people in those groups that can talk about how they hid their alcoholism for a long time, and that's going to be valuable.
That's not. We can still test you. We'll have people watch you all the time.
They're not going to be able to watch him 24/7, and they're certainly not going to give him security guards because he likes to beat on them.
He wants to be a bad bodyguard for...
Yeah, you going to tell on me for drinking?
Yeah.
Is that right?
Yes, I'm going to tell on you. That's my job. Yes.
All right.
Well, that's my gig, and I'm...
Ow. Now I want crushed ice next time.
Tick-tock, pick a lot.
Narc. Go ahead, Dan.
Citigroup Incorporated is cutting approximately 53,000 more jobs in the coming quarters as the banking giant struggles to steady itself against suffering massive losses.
Is that worldwide or is that just domestic?
No, that's going to be worldwide.
All right. Well, how many domestically? It sounds bad collectively, but if it's only 300 or 400 here.
No.
They haven't specified yet. It just said a Citigroup spokesman said that while certain regions and businesses might have higher concentrations of job cuts, they would generally be across the entire company and around the world. So they're going to try and make it as even as possible.
They have 10,000 employees just in North Texas.
Okay, so it's probably a lot.
Yes.
Why wouldn't the media take a spin on this and just start reporting that the economy is on the upswing? Lie to us for a while. You do it all the time. Why not throw a positive spin on it and see if the stock markets and the speculators buy it? Just do it for a week. Not going to cost you anything. It's certainly different. It's going to garner people's attention. You're going to watch the news. You're going to see if things got any better today.
People love bad news. They just love bad news.
I think we're to the point to where we could do okay with something that says that we're not going to end in some flaming pit with a bunch of ugly virgins.
Somebody emailed and said, yeah, you got all those virgins. Nobody ever said that they were all female.
Well, nobody said any of them were hot.
No.
And they're all these virgins that these terrorists are supposed to get coming from where?
Allah.
Are they going to be Middle Eastern?
Probably.
Because not all them chicks are hot. Some of them are, but if they're virgins, there's probably a reason.
It's supposed to be your paradise. You have 72
okay, it
virgins.
Still sounds like there's a damn big loophole in that someplace.
Yeah.
All right, I killed myself when I came to heaven. Where are my virgins? Well, here they are.
These are your virgins.
You are none with just 2 eyebrows?
No, not really.
They all look like they have ringworms.
These are your virgins. You got them.
Well, I didn't bring tweezers with me.
You don't need tweezers. Just enjoy them.
Oh, damn it. I see why they're virgins.
Sorry. These are yours.
Do you have any livestock?
No livestock. No. These are your virgins. You've died for them. Take them. Enjoy them. Do anything you like to them. Forever.
Next time, take a business course. Ask to see pictures before you kill yourself flying into a building.
Hey, Allah, you got a catalog?
Just show me half of them. Such a big... This one's eyebrow goes all the way around her head. She looks like a friar.
But you died for her.
You're damn right.
Well, enjoy.
I was thinking of Charlie's Angels.
Well, we weren't.
I got Maud. I killed myself. I hit your Golden Girls. Oh, yeah, I still get him. Go ahead, Dan.
Last Thursday, a man named Tony Duncan from Highland Park, Florida, chained himself to his electric meter. You might be asking why. It seems Tony hadn't paid his electric bill since July, and he owed the power company about $2,000. The power company told Tony that if he didn't pay his bill by Friday morning, they were going to cut off his power. The problem is that Tony's 5-year-old daughter, Michaela, has some serious medical problems, and she requires a feeding tube and all types of other electrical equipment just to live. So
buy a generator.
If you could buy a generator, you could pay his electric bill.
What does he owe the electric company?
$2,000.
All right. Get a generator for $800-900 at Sam's.
I think you just...
Then you don't have to worry about your daughter or anything else.
Well, you pay the electric bill. He was sick, apparently, and he'd been unemployed for a while, so...
Do you think the electric company's going to float him forever?
Well, they ought to be able to float him or get him on some kind of a payment plan versus turning off electricity to us.
They don't really seem to like to work with payment plans.
They'll work, especially if they know at least TXU.
Obviously, where was this? What state?
Florida.
Whoever the electrical provider is there, they don't really care about mitigating circumstances. If he's already told them my daughter's on equipment that really needs to have power, and they're going to shut him off anyway.
I just know TXU will work with you if you have somebody sick in the house that needs something, and you attempt to pay. If he's not even attempting to pay... Do
you actually have to show him somebody, or can you just tell him that?
I think they'll probably ask for some documentation, a doctor's note maybe, that says, hey, there's somebody in this house that needs a ventilator, and you can't just turn off my electricity. They'll work with you. If you can give them a little bit of money, they'll work with you.
Okay.
Especially in the winter.
All right.
You do.
This past weekend, world leaders...
Is there some place where you can get old people for things like this?
No! You don't go rent old people to get a discount on... You cheap ass! Pay your electric bill.
You're the one that didn't want to pay your mortgage because you thought the mortgage companies were going teats up?
They were going teats up.
Well, you still owe the money.
But to who? That's the question.
To the people that loaned you the money.
They're going away. So I don't have to pay them for a while. Just a floater loan.
All right.
Okay.
Who's your loan with? Wells Fargo?
Mm-hmm.
Don't pay him.
I'll pay him.
Well, I know you're ahead so many months, but you decided that at that point you were going to waiting to see where the economy went, whether or not you were going to send them any more checks.
Yeah. See what they're going to do. Let them make I got my loan with a certain bank, and they looked like they were going to go away.
Banks sell loans all the time. They transfer, and you still owe the money. That's part of your contract.
When I get the notice, then I'll pay whoever they say to. Until then, I'm watching the news.
Really? Yeah, you notice that Wells Fargo banks are still open?
Yeah, that's a bitch, too.
Yeah.
Didn't somebody buy them?
I think Bank of America.
Nah.
That's fine. I'm still ahead of my payments.
All right. Don't pay it.
I'm paying them. Begrudgingly.
Why is that even a concern? It's money that you borrowed. You still owe somebody, whether they're going to squander it away or not. Pay it.
I don't like what they're doing. I'll pay.
Dan.
This past weekend, world leaders from all over the globe gathered in Washington, D.C. to discuss the global financial crisis. On Friday night, the White House hosted a nice fancy dinner for them where they served fruitwood smoked quail and thyme-roasted rack of lamb along with bottles of 2003 Schaefer Hillside Select Cabernet, the wine, which cost about $300 a bottle.
They went through how many bottles?
I don't think it said exactly how many bottles, but a number of them.
Yeah, probably 50 at a dinner.
Why is it you think you can spend that much cash just to get foreign dignitaries toasted? Because really, at a certain point, they're going to walk away going, hey, it's no global crisis. I'm happy.
It's just, that little bit of money is not going to solve the global problems. And they put on nice dinners at the White House. They spend a lot of money on food and a lot of money on
They're
food.
probably not going to know the difference between whatever they gave them and a nice country quencher from Boone's Farm.
Oh, my God. Yeah, you're going to give a foreign dignitary country quencher.
You can still get toasted on that.
And depending on the country, that might be like ambrosia.
No, these guys know what expensive wines are.
Doesn't matter. It's still public funds and just the waste that goes along with it, whether it's just this one incident or just nonstop rampant spending. There's no accountability. And I don't want you giving somebody from another country wine that even I can't afford.
You can afford that.
You getting the country quencher or another line out of the fabulous Boone's Farm lineup.
They're not.
Boone's Farm is still like $2 a bottle. That's what it was when I was a kid.
There's a reason for that. It's crap.
It's tasty.
It's crap.
Chloe?
They had some good stuff.
Oh, my Lord.
What's the peach one called?
There's the peach, the fuzzy navel, and strawberry hill.
How do you know this? You really drink this stuff?
New pina colada.
New pina colada.
Hell yeah.
Screw off top.
What's wrong with the screw off?
It's just not wine.
Now, I'm not drinking that right now since I've converted to Judaism.
Oh.
I'm drinking the Mogan David. Which is still a bargain.
I understand. There's a reason for that, too.
What does that mean?
It's junk wine.
Mogan David?
Yeah, Mogan David.
I believe they're Jewish.
So? What's it going to do with anything? It wasn't a slam on the religion. It was a slam on the wine.
I think it was.
It was not. I got nothing against Jews.
I feel offended.
Oh, dear God. You're not even Jewish.
Mogan, who is it?
You're not.
I am.
You're not Jewish. Just saying you're Jewish doesn't make you Jewish.
Where did I get with the thing with the candles? Where'd I get the thing with the... Where'd I get that?
Where is it? You don't have one.
It's at the house.
You have a menorah. Well, anybody can buy one. It doesn't make you Jewish. Having a yarmulke or having a dreidel doesn't make you Jewish.
He got renamed.
Calling yourself, what is your name, your new Jewish name?
Malachi Steamroller.
That doesn't make you Jewish.
Or Linda Ziegler.
You have to go through classes and you have to be...
I'm in the process of that, but I also have the...
Menorah.
I have that, and I got the yarmulke.
No, that makes you Jewish.
I started drinking the Mogan David, and I've talked my mom into calling me once a day and chewing my ass for something.
You may be Jewish.
Go ahead, Dan.
Russian lawmakers gave preliminary approval on Friday for...
And I've also decided that I want all my dogs to become doctors.
Oh, my God. Your dogs are going to be doctors.
My dog, the doctor.
No, it's my son, the doctor. Dogs can't be doctors. You can't be Jewish. You're not. You have no interest. You're not going to learn Hebrew. You can't learn guitar.
All I have to do is learn enough. Does that mean I have to take up the sitar? Or is that a different religion?
That's a different religion.
All right. Is that Muslim? Hindu? Yeah. Okay. Well, I have that paperwork, too. How to become a Hindu. I do. I've got that one. How to become a Muslim. I just started with a Jew since I was a little more familiar with that. Okay. Plus, all I got to do is turn my back on Jesus, and I get this swell thing on Easter.
Yeah. Get all that, yes, if you're Jewish. You're not Jewish. You haven't taken the classes. You haven't learned Hebrew. Say something in Hebrew.
All right.
Mazel tov.
Oh, dear Jesus.
Abraham.
No. My bad.
L'chaim.
Huh?
L'chaim.
L'chaim? What's that mean?
It's to life. It's like a cheers.
Okay, you're on your way. I'm totally wrong.
Thank you, schmuck. Go ahead, Dan.
Russian lawmakers gave preliminary approval on Friday for extending presidential terms from 4 years to 6.
This is in Russia?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
A move observers say could pave the way for one Vladimir Putin.
Damn, I shook in a bit. Yeah.
To return to the presidency, the popular Putin, now prime minister, was barred constitutionally.
I missed one.
Was barred constitutionally from seeking a third straight term as president. His protege, Dmitry Medvedev, resoundingly won the post in March elections, but analysts speculated Medvedev could resign early, propelling Putin.
I don't have time to sit around and kibitz with these farts.
Into the role of acting president and triggering elections in which he could run and would likely win. Putin. He's busy, JD.
You nudnik.
If the presidential terms are extended to 6 years as expected, that could set Putin up.
I am not schlepping all the way back over there.
For another 12 years in office, for a total of 20 as Kremlin leader, including his previous terms. Putin. On Friday, Space Shuttle Endeavour took off from Cape Canaveral on a 15-day mission.
Where did it land?
It hasn't landed yet. Still in space. Everything's fine.
On a 15-day mission to remodel and restock the International Space Station. One of the new items for the station is a $250 million water recycling system that turns pee into drinking water. Seriously. According to NASA, the new system will distill, filter, heat, oxidize, and ionize the waste in order to make it drinkable.
Oh, no.
Why?
No. But you still know what it was. Ugh.
But if you're...
I know that water that comes back through our tap has already gone through sewage treatment plants, but I don't know specifically. It was my own urine, and that's why I drink it. I'm not going to drink something on the space station if I know I peed into something and it comes back someplace else. I will not.
Then you'll be thirsty because that's the only water you'll have.
I'll be thirsty.
You can't stay up there for a month or whatever and not drink.
Send up some bottled water.
We don't have bottled water. That takes up space and room and weight.
There's plenty of room on that space shuttle, especially if my option is to drink piss.
It's water. It was piss. It's water. clearly they're doing this, and the guy says, other than the faint taste of iodine, he says it's perfect.
Where's the iodine come from? Is that the filtration process?
Mm-hmm. I guess.
You know what? Why not just lie to them? Hey,
yes,
here are the toilets.
Okay.
You pee in that.
All right.
You grunt in there.
All right.
And then over here is fresh spring water that comes nowhere from your piss.
Oh, where does it come from?
It comes from the onboard tanks.
Where's the storage tanks?
It's totally nowhere close to the piss.
Because there was this stupid rumor when we were in class that you guys filter, I know you're going to laugh, the urine, and you make us drink it as water, and you get a big kick out of that.
We're not going to ask astronauts, people that are actually serving our country, heroes, we're not going to ask them to drink their own piss. Now, I'm going to tell you again.
Okay.
Over here is where you grunt and pee.
Right here?
And over here is where the fresh stuff comes out.
There seems to be a line going up this wall over there into the water tap. Why is that?
Well, it doesn't matter. You probably won't make it back down anyway.
Drink the piss and be happy.
There has to be something else they can ship up there you can just live on instead of drinking your own urine.
Well, clearly, they're all okay with it. I mean, it's just the system they developed. I just want to know who...
If you had it at your home and you could drink water for free, but you knew it was just a filtration of your own urine, would you opt for that? No. Or would you actually pay the water company? Even though that really what you're drinking is still filtered piss.
I would pay the water company, clearly, if I had that as an option. They don't have it as an option. They'll run out of water eventually. Water like on a boat. You very, very sparingly use water on a boat. When you shower, you turn the water on, get wet.
I'm not drinking piss.
Then you'll be very thirsty when you come back down.
So let me just make sure that I'm damn clear. You won't drink Country Quencher, but you'll drink your own piss. Yes! Do we need a break?
We'll be back to the Russ Martin Show. We're back to the Russ Martin Show.
Oh, what a night. I felt a rush like a rolling on the first day, spinning my head around and taking my body under.
All right, Daniel, let's finish up. Oh, traffic. I'm sorry. You there?
Yeah.
All right. You know.
All right. This last check of traffic is brought to us by Reliant Energy in Dallas, of course. You have the tollway southbound just after Northwest Highway. The two right lanes are closed due to a crash. That has backup installed all the way to Walnut Hill. Then also in Mesquite, 635 southbound at I-30. The two right lanes are closed due to a crash there with the backup to Abrams. All back in Dallas on the tollway southbound at Alpha Road. You have a disabled vehicle blocking the left lane there. And over in Garland, I-30 eastbound before Dalrock, the two left lanes are closed due to a crash with the backup to Chaha. And Fort Worth at 35 in both directions between Golden Triangle and Morningside, they have stop-and-go traffic. And that's pretty much it as far as, Tarrant County, just stop and go in the usual spots. There's your last check of traffic. I'm Dan O'Malley on the Russ Martin Show.
All right, going to be a little chilly tonight. 43 for the overnight lows. A cool front comes through. 63 for the high tomorrow. We're at 71 now at Live 105.3.
I was listening to an actuality KRLD sent me about Cuban. I think it's one of the guys from the SEC.
Okay.
They sound confident.
Well, yeah.
They said here's the issue. And again, whether Cuban did it or not, I don't think it's in his nature.
I don't either.
But let's say the SEC doesn't prove their case.
Okay.
There's no stigma that goes along with them losing the case.
No. You just mean that his name has been dirtied up?
Yeah, well, yeah, they make it sound like, we've got all this laid on the line. You got nothing on the line. If you lose, nobody thinks anything about it.
Nobody even knows you. No.
Hang on.
We filed the case in court. We believe that we will be able to prove all of the allegations in our complaint, and we look forward to doing so in court.
And unless they actually have audio recordings of anybody from Mama.com talking to Cuban, they're going to have a hard time proving that.
Well, you have to have some kind of documentation that dates what time things were said to who. You can't just go, yeah, he told me.
Well, and in the complaint the SEC filed, they said Cuban talked to this one person for 8 minutes, 35 seconds. Okay, well, that sounds pretty damning. Again, you don't know if they made up that number, and unless they've got an audio recording to go back and back that up, where'd they come from?
Which I doubt seriously.
Did they come from testimony? Which a lot of times, you've seen people in car wrecks, robberies, whatever. A lot of the witnesses get stuff wrong.
And as Trey said earlier, possibly, it's possible that somebody at that company, Mama.com, it's just fun to say, was angry with him and said, yeah, we told him a day ahead of time. That's why he pulled out. That's the ticket.
Well, I'm sure they have phone records that showed this number.
They may have phone records that, again, I'm not defending him. It's just that it's the irritation factor that CNN, because that's all I've seen today, is the way they played it. Like, there's really no reason to go through the court system. Here's a complaint that's been lodged. Obviously, Cuban did it. Well, no, obviously that ain't the case. And there's no balance on either side.
I don't know that much about the SEC. I mean, Trey said earlier they do extensive research before they go and bring somebody up on charges.
Yeah, any of the agencies, they want to get it right when they go public. So they've done years of research.
This one was going to be really public. It's not like some guy in Enron who no one's ever heard of.
Yeah. So that's the only thing I hate for Cuban is they obviously think they have something because this isn't like a DA or anything. These are career prosecutors, and
But even if they don't, they really have nothing to worry about. All right, so he made the allegations, and it turned out to be wrong. All right, we're going back to work.
Yeah, you're right.
In the meantime, Cuban's got to shell out all this cash on legal fees, and I would really be shocked if he just went to him and said, all right, let's make a deal off the table. Because if you didn't do it, then you don't make deals off the table.
Yeah, and the only deal they can make is you plead guilty to something you didn't do.
Yeah, give us a $2 million. Right. That's the penalty for having insider trading. He might have had inside information, but that doesn't mean it came from somebody at that company.
That's true.
And at that point, it's just rumor and innuendo, and you can do whatever you want because that's the way that the markets operate.
Unless if someone who knew about the deal told them, I mean, that's insider trading, and you're not supposed to act on that. It would either be the bank doing it.
That's stupid if somebody tells me this company is either about to fold or they're about to dilute what your investment is. Yeah, I'm getting rid of it.
Well, legally you can't if somebody inside the company tells you that.
Civilly you can. It's not criminal.
It's still against the law. Civilly, that's against the law.
I think it's more just of a breach of trust.
It's not a suggestion. It's a law.
Trey?
Yeah, it's a breach of trust.
Is it?
It's illegal.
But it's not criminal.
It can be.
Well, only if you lie during testimony.
No,
So just say, I don't know anything. Did you know that this company was about to dilute your funds? I know everything that's going on in the stock market. Did you know about this? No. No.
Well, we have proof that you did. We have emails that were interrupted. Said you.
Well, you have emails that were sent to me. I didn't reply to any of those.
Well, but it explains exactly what's going to happen. They came to you. You checked your email.
I didn't read it. You have a return thing that says it was read?
No, we don't.
Okay, that doesn't. Plus, I don't read all my emails. Well, I'm a savvy businessman, and I know everything that's going on in the stock market.
Did you know about this?
No.
How could you know everything and something I know about the Mama.com? Mama.com.
I know everything I need to know as far as investments.
Do you know about Mama.com?
No. What Mama do?
Does that knock you out?
Nobody waits on something to come to fruition.
No, that's not
CNN,
the story.
And I'm sure, I don't know if this is something Nancy Grace normally crawls all over.
She will.
Problem with Nancy Grace is even if she's in the right, you want whoever she's going after just to be let off. Absolutely. And some way for them to find out that Nancy Grace did it.
I'm glad I'm not the only one that feels that way. Even you watch it, and even if she's on the right, you go, bitch, I still hate you.
She's been all over the Casey Anthony case, and again, I think the bitch did it, but just because Nancy Grace is all over it, I'd like for them to let her go and somehow tie it back into her, Nancy.
And somehow to let you screw Casey, or whichever one's the mama.
Well, I like to screw her before they put her down.
Just because he's hot. Does she have big breasts? I haven't noticed.
No, it's about height, weight, proportional.
Okay, yeah, they're perky. But she's crazy. That means you know she's going to be a great lay.
Yeah. Especially if she thinks it's her last go-round.
You're not getting a shot at that. She's in jail.
They have visits.
You're not getting a shot at her.
Have me one of those congenial visits. Go in there and nail it.
You're not getting in on her, no.
Sorry. Go ahead, Dan.
All right. Well, have you ever heard of the Presidential Records Act? It's a piece of legislation which puts any correspondence the president has into the official record and then makes it public, as we learned with Mr. Johnson, including any personal emails or text messages that the president writes. As a result, recent presidents, including obviously President Bush, have stayed off of email altogether. So why is that such a big deal? That's because Barack Obama, like so many other Americans, seems to be addicted to his BlackBerry, but when he takes office next January, he's going to stop using it.
Both of them?
Oh, Russell. Russell?
Get it?
Yes. Oh, my God. It's the president. Have some respect.
I just quizzed.
Both of them.
Yeah.
I don't have an answer. I don't have any response. None.
21-year-old Anthony Zitnick of Miami, Florida, is dating a 16-year-old girl. Now, he's 21, but on Saturday, Anthony and his girlfriend broke into a house that belongs to a wildlife collector named Alan Reigerman. Alan has something called a captive wildlife permit that allows him to keep all kinds of wild animals, like snakes, tortoises, alligators, and cougars inside his house. It seems Anthony wanted to impress his girlfriend by showing her how good he is with the animals since he helps Alan care for them part-time. But things went terribly wrong when one of the cougars pounced on the girl, pinned her to the ground, and clenched his jaws around her head.
Exactly.
Exactly.
I didn't get this boob job and this butt suck to let you come after my man.
Stop it.
Fortunately, a neighbor heard the girl screaming, and he was able to pull the cougar off of her.
No.
Well, no what?
Not without a couple of cocktails.
There's the animal. The big, yes, that guy.
Both blackberries.
Yes, both blackberries.
You get it?
Yes, I get it. Quit.
Okay.
3 years ago, 35-year-old Tanya Vlach of San Francisco lost her left eye in a car accident, and she's lived with a prosthetic eyeball ever since. Recently, she came up with the idea to replace her regular acrylic ball with one that has a webcam inside it.
Hell no!
Why? Why?
You want a chick with a webcam in her head?
Well, it'd be fun. It'd be interesting. I mean, you'd be able to turn it off, hopefully.
There'd be no private moments.
From time to time. I know. It's her whole life, like, on the web.
No, and what if that catches on? Then you got all these chicks with webcams in their heads.
You make it sound like some futuristic, weird society. Robotic women.
And what if you were into some type of sexual perversion? She's got that documented someplace. You guys break up, and then she starts showing the things with the donkey.
Maybe you don't do the thing with the donkey.
Well, you said if I had sexual fantasies to share it with somebody. I'm not going to do it with somebody with a webcam in their head.
Maybe there's a button. Reach around back, see if you can flip it off.
I'm looking for an X on her forehead someplace?
Yes.
Can we just minimize this?
Control, Alt, Delete.
No.
Alt, Delete.
No,
wear a patch.
A what?
Wear a patch.
Yeah.
Make her wear a patch when you're doing weird stuff.
Then when you're getting ready to go, you blow right in her camera.
See, it don't burn, does it, baby?
She actually wrote on her website, I'm attempting to recreate my eye with the help of a miniature camera implant in my prosthetic/artificial eye. The installation of an eye cam would substitute for the vision that she lost in the car accident. And actually, according to a few doctors who've responded to her request, it actually is possible to put a camera inside of a prosthetic eye. So Tanya could soon be able to record her entire life, which you could then view online in real time.
So, John, you'd be okay if Joy had a webcam in her head someplace with everything that you guys do.
At some point, you have to turn it off, obviously. If she's doing things to me or I'm doing things to her, you don't want that kind of thing broadcast.
Oh, yeah. At one point, didn't you broadcast on your webcam? You and Joy doing
things?
No.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, I think you did.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah. You were on some swingers website and you had a webcam.
No.
Yeah.
I didn't say that on the air.
Yeah.
No, I didn't. Why would I say that on the air?
So you never did it?
No.
Told him not to do it.
Daniel.
Well, I believe you.
No. Why did you bring that? Where did you come up with that absurd thing?
I believe you brought that up at one point.
I did.
Yeah.
No.
Well, now we believe.
No.
Did you wear a mask?
No. We didn't do anything. No. Where did you come up with this?
You told us.
No.
Y'all still do that?
I don't know where you're coming up with this absurd statement that we were on some kind of a webcam cast and we
You told us about the website and it was a way for swingers to be able to hook up. You didn't really have to go to a hotel. I wouldn't be able to imagine that on my own. You told us.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Interactive, so everybody can make requests back and forth, and that way you get your own fantasies done, but you really don't have to go anyplace.
No. It didn't happen. It sounds wonderful. If you find a website like that, you let me know all about it. But I think you guys have made that up.
I think you're
I think there are websites like that.
Yes.
I don't think Joy and I have ever been on one.
Yes.
No.
Yeah.
No. Do you approve? I say a lot of stuff. You know that. I'm
right.
a big mouth, so I'll probably made that up.
But a lot of these people probably store that video that's coming in, and I'll probably be able to see it at one point in time, which means that you probably did it.
No, I didn't. Let this one go. Just let this go. I wouldn't do this.
Let it go.
Yes.
No. I bet I got something by tomorrow morning.
Oh. There's nothing. Now, do you really think I'd do something stupid enough to be on a webcam and let somebody record me?
Yes.
No.
All right, go ahead, Dan.
Well, here we have the 5 pros and cons of just hooking up. Here are the pros.
That doesn't make any sense.
Pros and cons of meeting somebody. And just
I understand half of it.
Well, pros and cons. There's ups and there's downsides to everything.
I don't understand the downside. Let me hear the pros.
The pros are the excitement factor. Sex is usually more exciting with someone new, especially if it's someone you barely knew.
Yes.
Number 2, the ego boost. If he or she's really into you, the fact that he just has to have you right then and there can be a big turn on.
Plus, that's going to show to him that, yeah, I'm into you, and I'd like for something else to happen in this relationship, so I'm going to give up my business.
It's very exciting, obviously, the first time you meet somebody to go home and have sex with them. But then, don't you think they're kind of a whore?
Yeah.
Okay, well, that's maybe one of the downsides.
You don't tell them.
Well, you don't tell them, but you never see them.
You don't tell them afterwards or give them some kind of card. God, you're a whore.
Thanks for being a whore. Thank you for being... Never mind.
You obviously learn a lot about the person. If things go well, you know that the two of you are sexually compatible.
And I also know that I'm not wasting my time, because once a chick gets to know me, she's not going to have sex with me.
Why not? Your girlfriend does all the time.
Most chicks, once they get to know me, they don't want to go any further. They realize I'm a little self-absorbed, and especially after this show, they know as far as orgasms, I'm going to have none of that.
Yeah, that's going to be a tough one to break. It's going to be a hard PR move for you.
Dan.
You make a strong statement. There's no clearer way to let someone know you're into them than by taking them straight to bed.
I said that.
And breakfast. After a fun-filled night, you can actually get to know each other. Make breakfast or just go get coffee. Now, here are the cons.
Well, that's impossible.
Mm-hmm.
Well, according to them, the cons of hooking up.
Who is them?
This is from The Sun, UK.
Okay, all right. The newspaper.
Yeah. The cons, number 1, the anticlimax. The sex might be wild and passionate, but many women can't climax with someone they don't know very well.
Not a problem for us.
Number 2, you're less likely to use protection. Spontaneous hookups tend to be very risky. People are so overcome with passion or drunk that they neglect to use a condom.
Now, I've never been that absolutely toasted, or I'm not going to wear a condom.
Ever, especially on a one-night deal. Ever. And I always, back when I was dating.
Well, yeah, if they come home and they're going to screw you the first go-round, there's no telling what lives within.
It's the first time I've ever done it. No, you're a whore.
Yeah.
I appreciate that.
Yeah. Of all nights, I appreciate the fact that you're a whore. But because you're a whore, I'm going to have to wear this. And I'm going to have to wear extra condoms on my ballsack because I don't really know what's going to come and get me. I hope you don't mind. Well, it's going to look like one of them little squiggly balloon puppies that the clowns give you. But it's to protect you and me, because you don't know what I have.
I trust you. I just want to feel you.
No, I have all kinds of things.
No, you don't.
Yeah, I do.
No, I need you to feel you.
Stop! Oh. Dan!
Nothing's going to make that go away.
Well, just have some sense of timing.
That sinking feeling you get after hooking up is supposedly a con. What seemed like a good idea last night can suddenly leave you feeling empty and ashamed. Then there's your reputation to consider. They might not think.
No, that's good for business.
Chicks?
Yeah.
You don't want people thinking you're a whore.
You got a hot chick, and if word gets around, then you're going to have more guys that you have access to, and possibly in all those guys, you're going to find the one that you really meant to be with. You're just going to have a bunch of stuff to dig out.
Yeah. It's just not good for a chick to be a whore. That's a con.
For them.
Yes, for the girls.
And then finally, odds are it was just a one-night stand. Too many people see too much into the future with it.
Normally, I can gauge somebody in the first few minutes if I'm going to want to talk to them for the rest of the evening. If it's a struggle right off, it's going to be a struggle nonstop. It's not a matter of finding out what your likes, dislikes, where we bond. If it's difficult in the beginning, we're not going to be able to have any type of relationship. Tell them that.
No, because you're having good sex at the time, and then you get up and leave, and breakfast is ridiculous on that list.
I was going to say something about breakfast, but I was on a roll.
No, you get up and you leave. Most likely in the middle of the night sometime.
Yeah, there's no incentive to stay.
No, it's too awkward in the morning. It's like, okay, we're sober now. You're not as hot as you looked last night.
Well, you're also cuddling, and it's not really something you only do with somebody you've been with for a while. You sneak out in the middle of the night, you take their purse, and you go. Break?
Yeah.
All right.
We'll be back to the Russ Martin Show. The number one afternoon show is found right here. The Russ Martin Show. We're back to the Russ Martin Show.
No, they wanted to keep it for free for 6 months. When did you get this email today, Trey?
Yeah.
You come today?
Yes. They're probably thinking that's your Batmobile's in there, and it's storage, and it's climate controlled, and you don't have to pay anything.
Yeah, they're doing you a favor.
Yeah. I am the marketing director for a new automotive museum located in North Texas. We're on track to open in December. We're looking for car collectors to display their cars in our museum. Your Batman car would be a fun addition to our current collection. There is no charge to display your car.
Deal.
We have a climate-controlled building with security cameras, and you can personally drive your car into the museum and take the keys. We'd like to have it on display for 6 months, but that could be negotiated.
Sweet.
I sent a reply, I haven't heard back.
What'd you tell them?
Told them it was $1,500 for 3 hours.
That's not nearly as nice as the offer we were hoping for. For free.
Why do they think I was going to stick it someplace for 6 months for nothing? That obviously they know that I've got money invested in that car. I also use it to raise money for the foundation. I'm not going to leave it someplace for 6 months. I like the addition. There's no charge to display your car. Yeah. Okay, What's my incentive? What's my payoff?
Well, your car is in climate-controlled security area.
It's stored someplace now, and I also drive it.
They think you're going to get you're going to get to show it off, and all these people are going to get to see your
tell your friends. It's in a museum. So you're so myopic. Open up.
I like the fact that they're willing to negotiate on the 6 months of when it can be locked up.
Well, they're not hard asses.
I haven't heard back from them.
I'm shocked. $1,500 for 3 hours. Do the math.
Anytime you've got a car in a museum, they've either bought it or they've leased it for the display. You know, just give it to them and say, all right, I'll be back next year.
Somebody obviously is giving them some cars. Or possibly you're the first.
I'll probably hear back from them.
No doubt.
A couple of days.
Well, the cool part is it's A, free to you, and B, they're willing to negotiate.
I can tell you what the email, their response is going to be already. Well, we're just getting started. We don't have a budget. Then you've got no cars. You're doing something for profit, and you think, I'm just going to give you free stock.
Yeah, your car's going to be in a museum.
Any money that I make off those cars, I stick back into my foundation for police and fire. I'm not going to stick it in your dump for a while and not make anything off of it. I don't care that you don't have an advertising budget. You can make all those faces you wish.
That's funny. People don't understand. You get requests like that all the time. A church. We're raising money for the church out here in Waxahachie. Can you bring your by and let the kids ride in it for the afternoon? We're doing a bake sale.
Are you got nuts?
It's a bake sale in Wichita Falls, but it raises money for an old folks home. When you can bring your by and let
I already got my own charity, and you're not on it.
You don't want to help us?
Nope.
We take 3 hours at a time. Oh, you're so busy you don't have 3 hours for the old folks.
And I'm certainly not going to let a bunch of old people ride in my car. Old people leak. Trey, how many of these on a weekly basis do you get?
Now it's a holiday season. I'd say 12 to 15.
Oh, my God.
All expecting that either the Batmobile, the General Lee, Starsky and Hutch, Mach 5, whatever, for free.
Yeah. Just a couple hours, just do them a favor, you know. It'd really help raise money for Bring It By.
And the fascinating part is they think they're the only ones that have sent an email. So, obviously, if you only get one of these a year, there's time in your schedule.
You can bring the car by for a little bit for the Boy Scouts. We're raising money. Troop 201.
Sorry, I'm out. Call a Green Hornet.
You know what the Batmobile is. Take any time out of your day.
And then when Trey responds to those, and he tells them, he only uses these vehicles for fallen police and fire. Then they turn around and they get twisty.
That's the hard part. If I was in a charity and I asked for something that's really out of there, and they say no, hey, I tried. Okay, thanks.
Oh, and a lot of them do. I mean, they just get bent out of shape that they can't see that there are other things beyond their.
Well, here's the biggest thing that the irritant is. They're going to do something once a year for a charity, and this ain't toot my own Peter.
Mm-hmm.
But we work nonstop throughout the year, so we've got money in the bank in case a police officer or a firefighter falls in the line of duty. We're set. This ain't a once-a-year deal, and I'm not going to give you my car for 6 months so you can show it off and make cash off of it and not give me anything back.
It sounded good to us. You're just an ass, clearly.
That's some of the responses you get back.
That's right.
All right, so you have no interest in the Boy Scouts. You have no interest in a church bake sale. Yeah, here's a police officer with some type of disease. Got all that. I'm sure they're all valid causes, but I'm not just doing something once a year.
No.
My schedule's busy with a lot of things.
I know. And you know, people like Mark Cuban that have a lot of money, they hit up all the time. That's why he actually had to get somebody.
No, they ain't going to be asking him for anything right now.
Yeah, well, yes, they will.
No, and I'll explain to people, I go, if Russ ever started to try to do these things, it would be a full-time job.
I'm just asking for this one time. That's the response.
Sure.
But if we do it once, then everyone else, you know.
We won't tell anybody. Just do us.
Mm-mm. All right, Dan, what else you got?
Nebraska lawmakers will resume. Nebraska lawmakers will resume the safe haven special session in Lincoln. At least they did this afternoon. Senators were expected to discuss an age cap on kids dropped off at hospitals. The law was originally intended for newborns. Most of the 34 kids dropped off are actually teens and preteens. Senator Bill Avery of Lincoln said, I think that we want to provide safe haven for children up to age 1 because that's when they're most in danger. So now,
all right, why didn't you institute that when you passed this law instead of letting it go all the way up to 18? Now you got a clearinghouse for kids that nobody wants.
Because we didn't think you'd be stupid enough to bring us a 14-year-old.
You're stupid enough not to put a timeline on this as far as the age of the child. No. You deserve every child that's been dropped off.
I just love the one that came from Florida.
On a flight.
On a flight. Flew them in. I'm going into Nebraska.
They're having an emergency session. That doesn't mean anything is going to be handled in emergency timeline.
No, definitely not, because now they have to introduce it, debate it as far as what the cap should be. So you're going to have some people like that guy saying, well, I think up to a year. Someone else is going to say 3 days. Someone else, actually saw somewhere, someone else said that it would be okay up to an age, and then something having to do with 15 as some sort of stopgap. It's all over the damn place.
I like 38. It's a good number.
They're on their own by then, aren't they?
Some of these 18-year-olds should be on their own, and you got families dropping them off.
Yeah.
That whole thing is just, it's absurd. And why you can't just walk in one day and go, okay, change that to 1 week.
Because now you're going to have the vacillation back and forth. 3 days, a week.
Oh, for God's sake.
Is it a year? And while they make this decision, instead of having something in place temporarily, go, okay, you know what? Temporary, make it a year. And then you can go back and squabble about all the details.
Yeah.
In the meantime, you got kids coming in nonstop, people flying in from all over the country just to drop their kids off. Either institute something or just start giving the people cash for these kids and turn around and unload them. Let Nebraska take the hassles and the worries about getting rid of your unwanted children. Yeah, we had a little girl. She grew up, looked like Dick Butkus. Dropped her off in Nebraska. They didn't ask no questions. Thank you, Nebraska. They knew after the first day they had an issue.
Yeah,
I think one of their first patrons was the dad that dropped off the 9 kids.
The emergency session should have been the next day.
Because if one guy decided he was going to take advantage of that loophole, then there was going to be a mad rush, and especially if you release to the media, all right, we're going to have to close this loophole, then it's going to be a free-for-all.
Well, we also find out that most states will take kids. They just don't announce it. You know, that lady called the other day and said, if you have a child, you're going to get rid of them, the state has to take them. They don't just let them wander the streets.
Well, why not go back and change? It's like you said, John. You realized day one, when you got a dad, drops off 9 kids, had to make 2 trips.
Yes.
That you're going to need to go back and revamp this a hair.
Make it a 1 sheet. Here's what's happening.
Yes. Nebraska is the we buy ugly kids state. Yeah, they took all my kids. I had a bunch of mongoloids and there's cross-eyed, bow-legged, bedwetters, grunt-eaters, bulimic, OCD, 6-toe, stutter, dementia, Asperger's. They was window lickers. They took them all. Thank you, Nebraska. And they gave us cash right up front.
We'd all live in a quiet house.
This song's making me sad. I miss my kids. Oh, that's all right. Screw them. I got a new Evan Rude. Anything else with that one, Dan?
I like that ending.
Well, then let's go.
All right. For more information on the Russ Martin Show, including pictures, videos, and so much more, go to russmartin.com. To answer any questions you may have about the show, go to russmartin.info. To email the show and during the show only, send that to studio@russmartin.com. Other show websites, johndavidryan.com, danomalley.com.
That's my favorite new PSA.
Why?
Thank you, Nebraska.
And Nebraska made it really easy for me to get rid of my ugly kids. They sent me the self-addressed prepaid envelope and I shoved my kids. And then mailed them off. They sent me the money right away. Just in time for the holidays. Thank you, Nebraska.
DJClo.net, TreyTrenholm.com, and for Chuck the Band Manager, ChuckWheat.com. Limo service for the show is provided by Limo George. His website, limogeorge.com. Russ gets his guitars and band equipment from the Guitar Center. Their website, guitarcenter.com. The official liquor store of the show is Majestic Fine Wine and Spirits. Their website, majesticliquors.com, and the official site for Live 105.3 is live1053.com.
Thank you, Nebraska.
I got one more. I'll do it off the air.
Okay.
All right. See you guys tomorrow.
See you tomorrow.
Listen to The Russ Martin Show anytime you want on the web at russmartin.info.
No.
Chuck's about gone.
Chuck, what?
Chuck's on the floor.
Well, I'm not doing it on the air. I think some people would call it black lung, would they?
Yeah.